hundreds of them, who are much more forthright, straightforward, statesmanlike, coherent in calling out anti-Semitism. It's embarrassing, to be perfectly honest with you. Here's a Jewish governor. This sounds like a moron. Because he is. And all the Republicans, we're scared of this one. This one worries us. Don't be scared. I'll take care of it. Don't be scared. Don't be worried. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. He's a fraud. Today's unpredictable world, Burna offers a smarter, safer way to protect yourself. Folks, listen up. This is really fantastic. Trusted by over 500 government agencies. The Burna Less Lethal Pistol Launcher. Hello. The Burna Less Lethal Pistol Launcher is designed to incapacitate attackers without permanent harm. In other words, without killing them, giving you time to escape or get help. Take Lauren's story. Confronted by an aggressive man who wouldn't back down despite attempts to de-escalate, Lauren was thankful for his Burna launcher. One shot incapacitated the attacker, allowing police to intervene without anyone suffering irreparable harm. Burna is legal across all 50 states. Hello, all 50 states. Requires no background checks. Ships right to your door. Fantastic. Proudly assembled right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne, Indiana, no tariffs on that one. Over 500,000 units have been sold, folks, to so many happy customers and safe customers. And for you, that's Burna.com/Levin. BYRNA. Hello. BYRNA.com/LEVIN. Folks, protect yourself and your family the smart way, the best way, with Burna. BYRNA.com/Levin. Again, BYRNA.com/LEVIN. You must be 18 years old. What a fantastic choice of, it's a weapon. And by the way, they have several of them. I have a beautiful one I just got in a Target. Just used it the other day. You want to check this out, seriously. All right, enough of Josh Phony Shapiro. Let's see here. Hold on a second here. Why is the U.S. so ridiculously dependent on China? This is a question I've asked myself. Forbes asked several years ago. Why is it? Over 70% of active pharmaceutical ingredients used in the U.S. market today produced overseas, most of it in China. What do you think about that? The leading supplier of 5G equipment, largest owner of patents, Huawei, not Cisco Systems. Huawei is the poster child of a China that has graduated from Happy Meal toy makers to Polo Stitch and Sew factory worker to the guys who created the TikTok app. What do you think of that? So why are we so dependent on just one country? A country that shares almost nothing with us, hates us, wants to destroy us.
Welcome to Bulldog Baseball on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com.
Oh, and that ball hit sharply to left field. Left fielder does a good job getting over, cutting that off. He'll hold that to a single there.
Baseball and softball action on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Abo Empire, Amigo Machinery, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bob Reed Pest Control, Kane Electric Supply, Carlsbad Ford, City of Artesia Police Department, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Needs Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Eastern New Mexico University Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Son, Incredible Printing, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KC Light Tower, KFC, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Los Agaves Restaurant, Mac Energy, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Nels Floral, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Spur Energy Production, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Son, Trustmark Roofing, Western Bank, and Wilbanks LLC. Now, on to the action.
La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia has always been known for its great atmosphere and even better food. Well, now you can come in and enjoy a delicious meal with a glass of beer or wine. Come see our full beverage menu today. Don't forget about our lunch buffet with lots of sweets, and we cater too. Come see us now for all upcoming parties and events. The Perkins family invites your family to come in and enjoy a meal with us. La Fonda Restaurant, proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Attention sports fans! Come explore Carlsbad Ford's huge inventory. From sleek sedans to rugged trucks, Carlsbad Ford has a huge variety of vehicles to fit your lifestyle. The best cars, the best trucks. Come find out why Carlsbad Ford is the best in southeastern New Mexico.
Oh, yeah!
At Carlsbad Ford Lincoln, their team is dedicated to helping you find the perfect vehicle with the best offers available. Carlsbad Ford, 2802 West Pierce, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
This is the time of year we can get all 4 seasons in just one day. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. 1 minute you're sweating in the sun, and the next minute you've got slush in your shoes. But that's winter in Roswell. And after 127 years, we're starting to get used to it. It's too early to plant very much, but you can fertilize pecan trees, spray for dandelions, order your bees, and pick up a new seed catalog. So come see us at Roswell Seed. Like Jim Gill would say, enjoy the warm days, but don't go far from the fire.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs, with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Don't miss the spring showers bargains this week at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia. Select varieties of American Beauty pasta are 4 for $5, and select boxes of Kellogg's breakfast cereals are $4.98 each. In produce, green asparagus is $1.79 a pound, and Roma tomatoes are 2 pounds for $1. In the meat department, family packs of fresh 73% lean ground beef are $3.29 a pound, and family packs of fryer thighs or drumsticks are 99 cents a pound. These are some of the spring shower savings this week at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia.
It is much easier to prevent business fraud than to clean up the damage after fraudulent activities. First American Bank is committed to introducing the newest technology and treasury management solutions. With First American Bank as your business partner, we can help you with our recommended fraud prevention products and best practices to proactively keep your business finances more secure. Talk to a banker today to find out more. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
Reload Camp is back for 2025. This year's camp will take place April 12th and 13th in Portales at Eastern New Mexico University. Reload 2025 includes national-level trainers, college coaches from all levels, and former NFL players. Campers will experience drilling, field and classroom sessions, recruiting seminars, and guest speakers, and will leave compelled not only to be a dynamic presence on the football field, but even a better person off the field. Cost is $295. Register now at qbimpact.com/reloadcamp. This ad provided by Hawker & Sons.
Thanks for joining KSVP and KSVPTV.com for Bulldog Baseball, the doubleheader with the Hobbs Eagles. The Bulldogs are down to just 4 games before district baseball gets started. Of course, today's doubleheader with Hobbs, and then next week the Bulldogs have single games at Roswell High on Tuesday and at Carlsbad on Friday. Then it's Portales and Lovington and Goddard and the district baseball season. How is District 4A doing right now at this point in the season? Well, Lovington is off to a good start. They're 9-5. They're on a 5-game winning streak going into this week's action. Bulldogs going into today's doubleheader 8-5. Of course, they lost their last game against Rio Rancho in the third place game of the Rio Rancho Sal Puentes tournament. Goddard Rockets not quite at 500. They're 5-6. They won their first game at the Sal Puentes and then lost the last two, but they're 5-6 overall. And Portales struggling a little bit this year. 2 wins against 5 losses, and they lost their last game. So all 4 of these teams just a few games away before the start of district baseball, and we'll see how things turn out with the Bulldogs and the Hobbs Eagles today, and then, of course, at Roswell and at Carlsbad next week. If we take a look at the rankings in 4A baseball right now, the Artesia Bulldogs are ranked number 1 on the Max Preps rankings in the state of New Mexico. Bloomfield comes in at number 2. Grants at number 3. Hope Christian at number 4. Valley at number 5. Chaparral at number 6. Santa Teresa at number 7, the Goddard Rockets out of our district at number 8, Berlin at number 9, and Albuquerque Academy at number 10. The other teams from our district, Lovington is ranked 14th in the state right now, and Portales is ranked at number 25, and that is out of the 26 or 7 teams that are in Class 4A. Stay tuned. Joby Hodling will be joining you for all the play-by-play action of the ball games tonight with the Hobbs Eagles. Enjoy here on KSVP and KSVPTV.com.
Welcome back to the ballpark, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling and Lee Johnson, and we're ready to go. Game 2 is now underway as the umpire said play ball. Jack Byers on the bump. Brown Isherwood catching. Juan Camacho at the plate. Looks at ball 1. Curveball missed away. Defensively for the Bulldogs, Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell left to right. I'll get you the infield after this pitch from Byers. Good running in fastball. Pop fly to the left side. That'll get out of play for foul ball strike 1.
I'm not sure that wouldn't have hit him, Joby, if he hadn't swung at it.
Yeah, that thing was screaming down inside.
Yeah, it was.
Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Pacheco third to first. Of course, Usherwood, I already said, and Byers, that's the battery mate. 1-1 the count. Juan Camacho at the plate here starting game 2. That fastball, well, that might have been a change. That might have been a curveball.
I think it was a fastball, but wind's blowing pretty much straight out, Joby.
Yeah, hitter's wind. And it's not a real heavy wind, but it's blowing stronger than it was earlier.
Pretty good clip.
Yeah. All right, here's the 1-2 from Byers. Good pitch. He's out.
Nice pitch.
So strikeout looking is out number 1. And I'm curious what he'll do with Byers tonight. I haven't seen him pitch more than 2 innings in any game yet, but we'll see what he does tonight.
Right.
Starting game 2. Montez at the plate for the Eagles. First pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Defense playing kind of shallow out in left field, shaded over to the right side in center, and the right fielder playing pretty much straight away. Here's the pitch. Swing. He didn't swing, but he should have. Strike 1 called.
Good fastball.
Yeah, he just piped it down the middle, did Byers. Pitches from the stretch. The big junior. Now he'll step off and reset. Bulldogs still, of course, wearing. If you didn't join us from game 1, I say, of course, you didn't know. I'll tell you after this if you're listening on the radio. There's a chopper foul on the left side for foul ball strike 2. So the Bulldogs wearing white unis with the black pinstripe and the orange letters and numbers outlined in black. Their caps are black except for their white. I never came. Is that not the bill? What is that? Something just happened. Did our third baseman call time?
You don't know what we're doing.
He called time. I think our third baseman did. What's going on here? The white glove?
Yes.
So I think it must have been the third base coach
Yes.
talking over there. Because Byers started to take the glove. Looked like to him, the umpires wasn't said nothing, Lee. So what does this mean when a coach is saying stuff?
Well, he can. Yeah, I didn't know you could have a white glove myself, but they're gonna.
It's
his
light.
His glove's real light.
Yeah, it's tan probably, but I mean, it's
Well,
is it white?
That's more white than tan, though, isn't it?
I'm the one that said white glove first. So yeah, ground ball, third base. Morales picks it up. Nice throw to first. Easy out.
I like it when the infielders wind up and throw the ball to first base. I mean, really, that's what he did.
Yeah, he just stood up, threw it over there on a rope. No bounce, nothing, just hit the glove. All right, so that's out number 2 quickly in 8 pitches as Jaden Hernandez will step up. Jaden is the catcher for the Hobbs Eagles.
First, I thought he was wanted to check his glove for a foreign substance, but that's not it.
Swing and a miss on a fastball. That was the first thought that came to my mind, too,
Right.
because the way Jack looked at his glove, took it off, looked at it, and then started to show it to him.
Well, no umpires were going out there to look at anything.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what was strange to me.
Right.
Ooh, in.
That's a good pitch.
Yeah. The old brush back at the knees. That's why I ask you as a former coach.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal, to be honest with you. Because you can't have any kind of wristbands on your throwing arm or
your glove arm.
Yeah, any of it. But I'm still questioning that myself.
All right, here's the 2-0. That's not right. Yeah, it's 2-1 is what I got. 3-1
Right.
now. So 3-1 to count. That one bounced up there. Well, my question is not about the glove as much as the umpires never said anything. It was the third base coach.
Well, yeah, right.
For the Eagles.
That's Coach Boyle, the head coach. That's going to get through.
It is. Nice two-out single up the middle. So they get something going here and try a 2-out rally. And that'll bring Jackson Gaston to the plate. Two down.
Yeah, so the third base coach for Hobbs, Joby, is the head coach, Marco Boyle. I meant to say that during the first game, but
we have a courtesy runner coming in, and I couldn't get his number.
yeah, hard to see over there.
But I'll try to get it. At the plate, Jackson Gaston, the third baseman. As he steps in, Byers takes a couple of peeks. Now to the plate. Blew by a fastball, big swing, but a big miss.
Yeah, letter high fastball. He's not going to catch up to that one.
0-1 the count. Runner doesn't get a real big lead. The courtesy runner. Here's the pitch. That pitch was a curveball, missed down and away. Man, he just doesn't turn quite enough. I know they got their numbers on their front, but you just can't see them.
It's pretty small right there, that number.
Yeah. Byers from the set to the plate. Another fastball that he just blows by. And that was one of those up and just hard to let. We've talked about it, Lee, all season, and he just blew it by in big swing, but way late.
He might see another one of those.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me a bit. 2 down, 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Swing and the pop fly. Back towards us, out of play.
That wasn't quite as high. He got a piece of that.
All right, so the count remains 1-2 as Byers looks into his catcher, Usherwood. And to the plate. In. Runner's going. Throw is on the left side, and that's going to get through all the way out to the center fielder, Galindo, but the runner will stay there. So ball 2, and the runner moves into scoring position with 2 outs. And it's a courtesy runner. I just couldn't see his number. He came in for the catcher, Hernandez.
That guy surprised everybody. I heard somebody say going, but everybody else acted like he was surprised he was stealing, actually.
2-2 the count, 2 down. And the pitch. got it in on his hands. He fought it off for a foul ball.
A good pitch by Jack. Good job by the hitter staying alive.
All right, so the count remains 2-2. Runner down at second, 2 down. Byers from the stretch. Usherwood sets up on the outside. Here's the pitch. It runs it in on him for ball 3, so full count now. And it's got cold here, Lee. I've been watching everybody. Everybody's put on coats and rain gear. And
yeah, it's cooled off a good bit, hasn't it?
And the payoff pitch right down the middle, fouls it straight back. The count remains full. I keep going back to it, but I'm going to ask one. I haven't ever asked my question properly.
Okay.
I didn't see any umpires saying anything. I just saw the third baseman for us, Morales, go, wait, time. And the home plate umpire said time. And he ran over and talked to Jack, and then Jack started going to it was just weird. Good pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strike out and out, number 3. So the Bulldogs get out of the inning, giving up 1 hit. There were no runs, and there were no errors. 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the first inning coming up with our leadoff batter, Frankie Galindo, then number 2, Jet Fuentes, and Jack Byers in the hole. We'll be back.
Get great service with Pressure Services. Pressure Services LLC specializes in hydrovacs, vacuum trucks, kill trucks, sandblasting and coating, and roustabouts. The Bulldogs are champions on and off the field, and Pressure Services LLC are your champions when it comes to dependable, accountable, and efficient service. When you need it right, Pressure Services will be there for you. Pressure Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Go Bulldog!
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
All right, we're going into the bottom of the first inning, 0-0. We're in game number 2. Bulldogs win game 1, 6-3 here tonight against the Hobbs Eagles. Lee Johnson and Joby Hodling here, and Lee, it still is a beautiful evening. We got a little rain there at the end of the game 1 and during the intermission, and there's a little bit stronger breeze, and it's cooled off dramatically.
Yeah, it has. Some kids are tougher than I am. I noticed Jack Byers pitching. He doesn't have any sleeves on.
Yeah, younger and tougher than me for sure. All right, so Frankie Galindo will lead things off here for the Bulldogs. John Curtis in left, Juan Camacho in center, and Luke Parrish in right. Jackson Gaston, Jason Fuentes, Christian Montes, and Cole Kessner from third to first. Catching, Jaden Hernandez and Hayden Leeper, the pitcher, wears number 12 on his black jersey. And Frankie will step in to face the right-hander to lead things off. His first at bat in the bottom of the first in game 1, he bounced it off the wall. It was a deep shot. Let's see what he does here. First pitch, strike 1 called.
Curveball.
Yeah, nice curveball. Pretty tight curveball. Had some velocity to it, too. And the 0-1. Swung on. He's going to hit that one to the opposite field. That's going to be extra bases. He is really fast. He might round it depending if they pick it up clean. He's going to go to third. He slowed up just a little, but no need to because he's going to slide in there safely.
Boy, he split the right center fielder and right fielder then, Joby. One hop the fence.
So he got the I think it was a triple, or was it a double ended up being in game 1, that one off the fence?
It was a double.
It was a double. This time he stretches that opposite field one hopper off the fence into a triple. So that'll bring Jet to the plate. Jet Fuentes. Tell you a funny story about Jet here in a minute. Swing and a miss. He took a big cut at that one. I think that was a curveball. Took something off of it.
A little bit, yeah.
I got asked up there in Rio Rancho, I'll tell this after this pitch. 0-1. Swing and a chopper foul. So somebody come over. I can't remember. I think it was the other team. But anyway, they were up on that mezzanine, where the media sets up.
Yep.
And said, "How do you got? There's 2 Jets. Am I looking at this right?" I said, "Yes. There's 2 Jet Fuentes and Jet Whitmire." He said, "I don't think I've ever seen that before. Jett twice on the same team." And I said, "Even more, they're the same age."
Yep.
All right, here's the 0-2 Jet Fuentes.
They're both really fast.
They're good baseball players. Yeah. Here's the pitch, and it bounces up there again. Hernandez, that time he took it off the face mask, but he just doesn't let much get by him. No. It's got to be really, really wide or tall for it to get by him. Ball 1-2 now to Fuentes. On deck is Jack Byers, and in the hole, the first baseman, Dalen Pacheco. Here's the pitch. Curveball that bounces again, ball 2.
He's thrown that 58-foot curveball up there 2 times in a row, so he's got to make an adjustment as a pitcher.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but that bounced up into the strike zone. Can you just cut that in half?
You could. You could swing at it. Yeah.
And the pitch, low. And that wasn't low, it was just outside. Ball 3, good eye there by Jet. So a full count now with Galindo down at third base, nobody out as he tripled. And that's inside. Ball 4, and that's going to put us on the corners. And a good chance here we see motion right off the bat with Byers coming to the plate with the runner down at first, runner at third, and they're both fast.
Yep.
Now, just as a coach, Lee, if you're coaching right here, I mean, would there ever be a situation where you would put your number 3 batter in the lineup with a bunt? In this spot,
probably not. Maybe later in the game. Maybe I don't know.
But this early in the game, probably not.
Probably not. Boy, Jet had a great jump.
Yeah, it's not even close to a throw.
Really a good jump.
And he called that a strike. I guess he held out there too long. Looked a little high, but I think it was called a strike. Byers squared around the bunt, but I don't think he ever had any intention of putting it in play.
No, that's kind of their offensive approach to try to interfere with the catcher a little bit.
So he's got 2 runners in scoring position, does Byers. Here's the pitch, down and away, ball 1. 1-1 now to Jack. If you're just joining us, you missed it in the first. He got the bases loaded, and he cleared them with a double in a gap. He's got runners in scoring position here to help his own cause. He's going to loop it to the shortstop. Oh, no.
Double play.
And Fuentes got, I don't know what he saw. I think he might have thought it was going to get over his head.
Yeah, he misread that ball.
So he had stolen second base, but then he's out on the double play because a little looper to the shortstop by Byers was out number 1, but then out at second base on the double play. High to Pacheco over his head for ball 1. Well, it looked kind of strange. I think he thought because he stopped first and then he started again. So I don't know if he thought that ball looked like it had a lot of topspin on it.
Yeah, he hit it off the end of the bat, so it wasn't hit that hard, but it kind of fooled me. I mean, I'm way up here, we're way up here, but.
Well, I thought for a minute it was going to get over the infielder's head, and that's what I think Jet thought. Not for a minute, but for a second.
The first thing the coach is yelling at you at second, make sure a ground ball's through on this side or something's through. Obviously, that wasn't a ground ball.
Well, but it was to the left side.
Yeah, it was.
There's a base hit. That is over, and that's going to be a run scored.
That cost us a run right there.
As Dalen gets a 2-out single and an RBI.
Good job by Dalen.
Yeah, he took what the pitcher gave him, drove it out into left field. Just a nice loop line drive for the base hit, and the Bulldogs now lead 1-0 as Brant Usherwood will come to the plate. 2 outs, and Dalen down at first base. That would have scored Jet pretty easy because it was in the gap enough.
Yeah.
They got to it. It didn't get to the fence, but all right, so Dalen gets a big lead down at first base. Here's the pitch inside.
Almost hit him.
It did. Ball one. So 1-0 the count. As Usherwood steps back in. Whitmire on deck and Huffman in the hole. Here's the pitch. High. Ball two. Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty cool this weekend. I saw a low in the 20s on Saturday, so it's going to freeze again. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there, and this one will get just up in the air off of the catcher, and so moving down to second base pretty easy is Pacheco, and that's ball three to Usherwood. So runner scoring position, 3-0 the count. Good spot to be on right here.
It is. That ball, the catcher, I thought he could have got out there and blocked it, but he tried to backhand it, and the ball went straight up in the air and out of his vision. He thought he couldn't find it. But
the pitch, whoa, he was swinging for the fence, and he does not get cheated. We've said that. You've said it multiple times.
You know, it's okay, but he swung at a ball. I mean, that was way out of the strike zone.
Yeah, it was up high, and he thought he could. Well, we've talked about that high fastball. Here's the 3-1. That was too low. Ball four. So right here, you're thinking probably as a coach with 2 outs, he's gotten a little not. Well, actually, I was going to say a little wild, and that may not be too far from the truth.
Right.
With 2 down, I'd make him throw some strikes. Coming in to courtesy run for the catcher is number 14 for the Bulldogs. And I don't have all their numbers memorized yet. Let's see. Oh, that's Isaac Sadas again.
Main thing, as a hitter right here, you don't want to chase anything out of the strike zone, and something in there you liked, and
give it a ride.
Take a good cut at it.
All right, so Whitmire will step in. Him and Hernandez were visiting at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a base rip into left field. Pacheco will turn and score. Let's see if they throw it in. They're not going to. They're going to hit their cutoff and hold the runners. But a great piece of hitting there by Whitmire.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. That was a good job of hitting. But the runner at first, he stopped it. You can't ever assume that the guy's going to play the ball perfect. There was a bobble. Okay, if you round the bag hard and you see that bobble, the play's out in front of him. I mean, so I'm just saying he should be on third.
And Isaac has plenty of speed.
No, he's got great speed.
But he did come to a stop pretty quick. Here's a swing and a miss by Huffman, the DH. That was a good curveball, strike one.
Yeah, he's going to have to, he's like, he doesn't throw super hard. He's going to have to mix his curveball up to keep our guys off balance anyway. But
another curveball. This one misses inside. Jaden Hernandez again with a good stop. He really went to his left behind the batter.
Yeah, he's done a good job. Jaden Hernandez, the Hobbs catcher, really good job. Both games so far.
All right, 2 down still. The Bulldogs now lead 2-0. That pitch right down the middle. Oh, and he did call it a strike. I was going to say, but too low.
It's a little delayed deal, but on the call. But I'm sure he does the verbal. We can't hear it up here. I can anyway.
And the pitch. He did not chase it. That ball was that 58-footer for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. All right, the pitch down the middle. It's a ground ball to shortstop. He'll pick it up, go to second base, and he did hang on for out number 3. So the Bulldogs do some damage here in the first inning as they get 2 runs. And I'll come back and get you full stats after I get them all put in here. But 2 runs to lead 2-0. We'll take a break. Top of the second coming at you.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Here, I may not go find it.
All right, we're back here at the top of the second, about to get underway here at the ballpark. The temperature has dropped pretty substantially. Everybody's pretty much in their coats and jackets and whatnot now here at the ballpark. As at the plate is number 21, Cole Kessner. He is the first baseman for the Eagles, and he'll face Byers for the first time tonight. Here's the pitch. Swung on, right up the middle. Jack put his right hand out there. Boy, you want to be careful with that.
Probably not a good idea. But.
Yeah. But a leadoff single here for the Eagles as they're down 2-0. So while we're calling this game, Lee's looking it up. I had asked him off air just for everybody out there listening and watching about the hitting, about the rules for pitching, because I think maybe they've changed some this year. Jason Fuentes at the plate. He's going to look at ball one, low and away. All right, 1-0 the count. He's going to throw over to first base, not in time. Just letting him know he's there.
I am doing something, people, but I'm not doing a good job of it. I'm trying to find this, and I can't find it right now.
Here's the pitch. Good pitch. Ball two. Man, I guess it was just a little bit up. So 2-0 the count now to Jason Fuentes. On deck is Tristan Montz, and he's the DH, and in the hole is Luke Parrish for the Eagles. Good pitch. Strike called that time. So 2-1 the count now. And I just realized our field mic here has not been working the whole time. I don't know why or how, but maybe it's not plugged in good.
Right.
I was trying to turn it up, down. It doesn't matter what I do. You don't hear nothing. That pitch misses away, gets away from Usherwood, so the runner will move down to second base. Hit him in the glove, but then kind of squirted out to his right. Ball 3-1 now the count. And Kessner now at second base in scoring position.
Hey, I found the chart, Joby.
All right. After this pitch, tell us about it.
I'm so proud of myself.
Here's the 3-1. Oh, and he beamed
drilled him.
Woo, that hurt.
Yeah, that did.
So hit by pitch puts runners at first and second. Tell us about it.
So 0 to 40 pitches. You don't have to have any calendar days rest, is what they call it. 41 to 61 calendar day rest. 61 to 93 calendar days, 91 plus 4 days rest.
Is that some of that new this year, or is that been the rules?
No, it's been like that.
It's been the rules.
Yes, they used to go by innings.
That's what I
and
was
then
thinking
they
a while ago.
Yeah, it was maybe 5 years ago they used that.
All right, so Hobbs has the tying runs on the base pass with nobody out, and there's called strike one to Tristan Montz batting from the left side, number 17. We did not see him in the first ball game. He's in here DHing for the Eagles as he steps back in on the left side. Usherwood sets up on the outer third, and the pitch. He goes in and it gets by him. So I think that's a pass ball right there.
Went right between his right under the wickets is what I used to call it.
So the runners move over, both of them. So now into scoring position on the pass ball. 2 runners instead of 1. All right, so the count now 1-1 to the batter. Byers comes set to the plate. Runner. There's a rip up the middle. That's going to get to the wall. Galindo's he got to it.
Yeah, he did. Really good job.
He's going to keep him at first base, but 2 runs scored, and that ties it up.
Oh, he smoked that pitch. Line drive. Jet Whitmire saved maybe a triple by cutting that ball off.
Is that Whitmire or Galindo out there?
Frankie
yeah,
did.
Frankie.
I'm sorry, Frankie Galindo. Really a good job. He was running as fast as he could, and he's fast.
And the thing is, doing that, and it wasn't, I mean, the ball was, it hit the ground and bouncing, and he stabbed it on that full.
He did.
Full flight.
That was either going to be a single or a triple.
Byers to the plate, and Byers not on top of it tonight. He's struggled a little. They've hit him, and he has had some balls in the dirt like that.
So Hobbs, I don't think we were on air when I said it. I'll say it after this pitch, Joby.
Okay. Byers with the peak, now the plate. That was a good curveball.
Great curveball. Hobbs has 2 really good wins, one over Piedra Vista and the other one over Cleveland. And both games, in their 4 wins, they scored a lot of runs. So they can hit. There's no doubt about it.
Swung on, fly ball to the right side. Does it have
That's
a chance?
That's going to stay in.
It does stay in, but they can't get to it.
No man's land over there.
We have pretty big foul territory here at the ballpark, and
got a lot of space.
A lot of space, and so sometimes what you said is a great way to say it is just a no man's land out there. Too far for the first baseman or the right fielder.
Yeah, if he was playing behind if he hadn't been holding the runner on, been playing deep, he might could have got to it.
1-2, curveball just missed. Ball 2, 2-2.
Well, the Hobbs hitters aren't intimidated about Jack being out there for sure. They're good hitters.
Running in on him with the high fly ball to left. Whitmire's going to give
I
chase.
don't know if he's going to be able to get. Oh,
was that's fair?
That's fair ball.
It bounced over.
Ground rule double. Wow,
ground rule double.
That win, the home plate umpire called it fair. That wind really blew that ball, Joby, back towards the line.
Well, the home plate umpire is going to talk to the other umpire in the field.
That guy can't call it.
I know.
He's 90. He's at least 90 feet off the line. Yeah, it's a ground rule double.
Whitmire was flying across there, but he was about 2 steps short of getting it. And now the umpire is walking hard toward the – he's just telling him to move up the first baseline a little bit. He's going to talk to Coach Bickle. So
I was looking at the ball. I thought it was going to be well foul. And then it hit. Looked like it was right on the line to me, but the home plate umpire's looking right down the line.
I know. So it's a good, easy. Well, I say easy. There's nothing easy, but he's got the best view of it. And Coach Bickle's still arguing about it, but I don't think there's going to be an overturn here.
The way the runners were set up, so they're running a 3-man umpiring crew. The way it was, I don't know if it's terrible, but there wasn't an umpire down the line, so he was behind second base and over at first base.
Yep.
Were the 2 infield umpires.
All right, so nobody out. Runners at second and third. They've tied it up, have the Eagles. Here's the pitch. Down. Ball 1 to John Curtis, the left-hander, or batting left-handed, I should say.
That kid turned on that fastball, didn't he?
He did. I mean, and that's not an easy thing to do with Myers.
No.
Here's the 0-1 or 1-0. He got him to chase that one. Strike 1, 1-1.
Good pitch. Jack just needs to relax and mainly not overthrow and keep that ball down. He really needs a strikeout right here.
Infield playing in. He got him to swing again at a pitch that was out of the zone. Strike 2.
So this is the number 9 hitter. He did hit the ball hard in game 1 time.
1-2 the count and the pitch. Down and in, it gets by the catcher, and that's going to be in there safely. So 2-2 the count now. And you call that a wild pitch or a pass ball? I called it a pass ball, but what do you call it? Pass ball. All right, so the count now 2-2, and coming home on the pass ball and then moving over to third on the pass ball, and they take the lead. Do the Eagles 3-2. Nobody out still. Number 9 hitter at the plate. Swing and a miss.
Well, there's the strikeout, but it comes after the
pass ball.
Previous play.
Yeah. All right, so back to the top of the order. Juan Camacho struck out looking his first time through. Infield still playing in with 1 out and runner at third. Here's the pitch.
Good pitch.
Strike on the swing on a curveball.
It's just, to me, when the catcher's down on his haunches, it's harder to move and block balls. That's just a fact. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. It's just, it's more difficult to get in a position to block a baseball.
It's physics.
There you go. I should have taken that physics class at Sol Ross. Exactly.
Pop fly.
That's gonna be tough.
Is it deep enough?
Oh, Frankie at first didn't see it.
He's going to throw it in, but it's way up the third base line, so it was deep enough. Out number 2, but it's a sacrifice fly. And they've now doubled this up. It's 4-2 here in the top of the second.
Well, see, the ball going to the screen allowed extra runners to move up, and there's 2 extra runs right there. So, Hobbs putting the bat on the ball.
All right, so at the plate with nobody on is number 6, Christian Montez. He is the second baseman. Usherwood sets up on the inside. He throws it there, but a little high, ball 1. On deck is Jaden Hernandez, and in the hole, Jackson Gaston for the Eagles. This time, Usherwood sets up on the outer third. He throws a curveball out there. Boy, Usherwood's having a hard time right now with his glove. As he's missed several, got through his wickets, as you said. That one does too. Didn't hurt anything, but
right.
But so it's 2-0 now. And the pitch inside, so 3 straight to Montez with two outs. Oh, that was 4.
Yeah,
I missed the ball.
4.
So he'll walk down there, or trot down to first base with 2 down. Now to bring the catcher, Jaden Hernandez, to the plate.
Coming up to bat, number 13, Jaden Hernandez.
He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle to Galindo to start the ball, or not to start the ball game. He's a number 3 hitter, but he hit a screecher up the middle, his first at bat. Here's the pitch, a little high, ball 1.
Yeah, Jack's struggling a little bit. Just needs to relax, get the ball down there, make him put it in play mainly, and let your defense work.
All right, here's the 1-0. Curveball. Boy, that was a pretty pitch. That ball broke a bunch.
No, really. Yeah, he gets his fingers on top of the baseball where it has good vertical break to it.
1-1 with 2 out, runner at first base. Not a very big lead. Byers to the plate. Another curveball. This time doesn't break quite as much. A little high. Ball 2.
I think Jack's a little frustrated too. I mean, he's got to be giving up some hard hit balls and some other stuff going on.
Well, the whole incident where he showing the glove,
right,
it aggravated him, I'm sure.
Right. Good pitch.
Swinging and a miss.
He turned that one loose.
Yeah, he brought the heat.
Like I'm mad. Here it comes.
What do you think he's hitting right there with that pitch? In the 80s?
Yeah, probably mid-80s.
He did it again. Foul tipped it into the glove,
Good
and that
pitch.
is out. Number 3, he just blew it by him. Strikeout swinging. The Hobbs Eagles do some damage. They get 3 hits, 4 runs off those 3 hits. There was no Bulldog errors and was 1 runner left on base. It is now 4-2. Hobbs as we head into the bottom of the second inning with Campbell, Beauregard in the top of the order. Galindo, the first 3 batters. We'll be back.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. Incredible will be closed March 13th through the 23rd and will return to work on Monday, March 24th. On Main Street across from the Derek Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
All right, we're back here as the Bulldogs down 4-2. Hobbs had a big inning there in the top of the second. And now coming to the plate for Artesia will be Charlie Campbell, Bub Beauregard on deck, and then Frankie Galindo in the hole as they look to get these two plus some more back on the Eagles. Win game 1 6-3. Now here in game 2, 4-2 Hobbs.
Charles Melvin Campbell.
As Charlie will step in.
Good thing about it, Joby, giving up those runs, I mean, that's a pretty big inning, but it's really early in the game. We've got a lot of at-bats left.
Yep. Here's the first pitch, curveball over his head for ball 1. So Hayden Leeper, the pitcher. Curtis Camacho Parrish left to right. Gaston, Fuentes, Montez, and Kessner third to first, with Hernandez catching Leeper. 1-0 the count to Charlie. And the pitch. Swing in the chopper foul.
Good curveball.
On deck is Bub Beauregard and then Frankie Galindo in the hole for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs put 2 on in the bottom half of the first after holding Hobbs to 0, but then Hobbs gets those 4 in the top half of this inning, so Artesia looking to get them back. Campbell, swing. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Fuentes will stab it, throw it to first base in time, and that is out number 1.
Hobbs has some good players on defense. I mean, they filled their positions pretty well.
Yeah, I've been kind of impressed with them when you said their record, because I didn't look at it today. When you said it, I thought, well, how is that? Because they look pretty good.
Right. I don't think their pitching is as strong this year as it usually is. Usually they have at least 2 really good pitch. I mean, I'm not saying the guys they're not bad pitchers. I'm just saying they don't have that guy the flamethrower guy. Yes.
First pitch was low, ball 1 to Bub. Here's the next one from Leeper. Again, low and away this time, ball 2.
You know, the 2 kids that have pitched for Hobbs today, they've done a good job keeping us off balance with the off-speed stuff.
That one a little high, looked like a fastball, and it's 3-0 now to Beauregard. So the top of the order standing on deck, and Frankie Galindo, Jet Fuentes in the hole for Artesia. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Leeper stepped off. Now he's back ready to go. Pitches from a windup. Got a real short windup. And the pitch. Called. Strike 1 on the outside edge. Looked like Bub was taken all the way with the 3-0 count.
It did, yeah. Yeah, he needs to get on base for the top of the order.
Here's the pitch. Curveball. Got him. Oh, it didn't.
A little high.
A little high. Ball 4. So Beauregard goes down to first, and that'll bring Frankie Galindo to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He tripled his first at bat. Frankie on fire tonight. He's hit the ball really hard every at bat. And he led off the first game in the bottom of the first with a off the wall banger double, and then here in this ball game, his first at bat, he hits it out to right field off the wall. 1 hopper and goes triple. He turns around to bunt it. Good bunt. Let's see if he can get there. This time, you know what? He bunted on for a single earlier, Lee, but this time the pitcher grabbed that out of his glove and tossed it over and got him.
Yeah, it was to the mound a little bit too much, and I don't know if he was trying to get it past the pitcher, which if you can bunt it real hard, and then it's just a foot race between the second baseman and the pitcher getting to the ball and all that. But Coach Bickle's playing for 1 run right now in this inning, which is not a bad thing. Chipping away, all that kind of stuff.
We got a timeout on the field as the coaches come out, and I was watching the infielders. They were all like pointing out to the outfield. It was weird to me. On the right side.
Okay.
The first base and the second baseman both turned around and like pointed up and out. It was an odd looking. And now the umpires are involved.
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't either. It's kind of strange, the whole thing.
When the home plate umpire has to go talk to both base umpires about something, I don't know what they're doing.
And on the loudspeakers, there's something squirrely around here.
Yeah, that's about what it looked like they were saying. Hey, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. You know what's going on? Huh? No.
Well, it was just odd. The infield all like spun around like in unison,
right.
Pointed up at the sky and out. It was weird.
Huh.
All right, so the Bulldogs with 2 outs have a runner in scoring position in Beauregard. And it hits Jet. It is Caden out there at second base.
Okay.
So hit by pitch puts the tying run on. And now coming to the plate, Jack Byers, he can certainly help himself here because they're going to be off and going on the hit. So if he can hit somewhere, get a gapper, he's going to score at least 2 runs.
Number 12, Jack Byers.
Byers 0 for 1. He line drived. That was that little bloop line drive to the shortstop that they ended up double playing us on. See if he can drive it this time. As Leaper comes set to the plate. Swung on, hit, that's gone. See ya. 3-run shot. That's a no-doubter. He didn't just tie it up, Lee. He took the lead.
Yeah, he did.
Sometimes I've called it too early before, but as soon as it came off the bat, I didn't have no doubt.
Yeah, he hit that ball well. He avenged the previous inning a little bit there. He took his frustration out on the baseball, no doubt.
First pitch, and he just knocked the cover off of it.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs, just like that, with 2 outs, they get a 3-run bomb from the pitcher, Jack Byers, and take the lead back 5-4, and that'll bring Dalen Pacheco to the plate.
I'm sure his eyes got big as the belt high fastball went up there. I mean,
well, if they didn't, they got big when he saw it go out of the park.
Right.
I mean, man, he hit that a ton. Ball 1 to Dalen. He's 1 for 1. He singled out the left his first time through, and I think he got an RBI out of it. And that's called strike. Boy, that pitch was down and in, but caught the front end of the plate. So 1-1 now to Dalen. Usherwood on deck and Whitmire in the holes. The Bulldogs continue a 2-out rally. Try 2. 1-1 count to Dalen. Swung on, hard ground ball. Third baseman backstabs it. One's opposite. Oh, he came off the bag. He's safe.
Yeah.
So Dalen continues now. Is that an error? Because he could have had him, but the throwing error pulled him off, or you calling that an infield hit?
I'd probably give him an error because he had more time than what he thought and looked like he rushed to me. But
okay, well, that's what I would call it an error myself, and I'd call it on the throw, so on the third baseman.
Yeah.
All right, so Usherwood will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 0. He walked his first time as he's looking to continue the 2-out rally. The Bulldogs have taken the lead back after giving up 4 in the top half of the inning. They've scored 3 of their own and lead 5-4. Here's the pitch, curveball, missed outside. Ball 1.
Yeah, Dalen did a good job. He got out of the box and ran it out hard as he could.
And I've made him sound slow over there. He's not slow.
No, he's not slow.
We're just so fast that he's one of the slower guys.
Right.
Swing and a foul tip back. Strike 1 on the foul for Usherwood. On deck is Whitmire, and in the hole Huffman for the Bulldogs. He plays linebacker for the football team, Des Dalen, and he's not slow. He's just not, he's not a receiver or a running back speed, and we got a lot of that on this team.
All right.
Here's the pitch. Well, he got him to chase one. Strike two on a big cut. Kind of fooled him.
He's probably wishing he would have thrown those curveballs to Jack, too.
Maybe so.
Yeah. Tried to slip a fastball by Jack and it didn't work, for sure.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a pop fly in the infield right side. It is going to be foul territory.
He's got room.
Oh, and the first baseman I thought was going to drop it, but he ends up making the play. And that's out number 3 on the pop fly. But, you know, the Bulldogs do some damage as they get some runners on the base paths in front of Byers. 1 hit, but 3 runs scored. And there was 1 error with 1 runner left on base. Artesia now leads 5-4 going into the top of the 3rd. Middle of the order, Gaston, Kestner, and Fuentes for Hobbs. We'll be back.
Remax Axiom, located in the heart of downtown Artesia at 402 West Main, Suite D and E, is staffed with certified full-service professional brokers. Whether you're buying or Bulldog activities. We have a big name, but a small town feel. We rise by lifting others.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
All right, welcome back here as the Bulldogs now lead 5-4 as we go into the top of the 3rd inning here in Game 2. They won Game 1 6-3. Byers on the hill for the Bulldogs. I'll give you the defense after this. Usherwood's his catcher, sets up on the outer 3rd. It's going to be low and away, ball 1. So Whitmire, Galindo, and Campbell from left to right. Morales, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Pacheco 3rd to 1st. And again, Usherwood catching Byers. 1-0 the pitch count to Jackson Gaston. That one's down and in, ball 2.
Yeah, Jack just struggling a little bit. Not quite as sharp as we've seen him before.
All right, the 2-0. Run it in again, fastball, but too far and a little high as well. 3-0. Now to the number 4 hitter in the lineup, 3rd baseman, number 4, Jackson Gaston. Cole Kestner on deck and Jason Fuentes in the hole for the Eagles. And the pitch. I guess a little high, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to lead the first batter right down to first base, and that's the tying run now aboard with nobody out.
Next up to bat, number 21, Cole.
That'll bring Cole Kestner to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle, his first at bat. Byers from the stretch. Pretty big lead over there for Gaston. He's going to go back as Byers will throw over at him. Again, pretty good lead for Gaston down at first base. Byers set, takes a peek, and out of the plate. Curveball, good pitch.
Good pitch by Jack.
Called strike 1.
We need about a 1-hopper to the shortstop. Ground
the
ball.
6-4-3 double play.
Yes.
And the pitch. Ooh, he ran it in right at his chin. He got out of the way. That would have been one of those deals where you're going to lay down for a little while if he'd have hit him. Whew, that was a hard fastball.
Yeah,
ball 1.
That ball really ran in on him, didn't it?
Yeah. Usherwood sets up on the outer 3rd. Here's the pitch. Good pitch. Strike 2. So 1-2 now the count. Byers with a peek to the plate. Curveball got a little high. I called it too soon. I'm prone to do that. I was a professional umpire for a while.
Okay.
Because the definition of pro is you get paid.
Right.
So
right.
I called a lot of baseball games in the little leagues. That might have got him, and he does ring him up on a fastball. Strike 3.
He wasn't ready for that fastball.
Excellent.
So 1 out. Runner at first, and that brings to the plate Jason Fuentes with Tristan Montz, the DH, in the hole. On deck, and Luke Parrish, the left fielder, in the hole. Byers to the plate, curveball, broke inside. Nope, a little bit too far inside, ball 1. Again, Byers set. He'll peek over to first. To the plate, bounces it up there. Good job by Usherwood. He kept it in front of him. And
good job.
Runner will stay at first.
How many pitches is Jack working on right now?
Jack has thrown 64 total pitches here through 2 1/3. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. So 2-1 now the count. Byers took a look. Now he comes set. He'll peek and to the plate. Curveball, called strike 2. That kind of buckled his knees.
Yeah, it did.
It's a good pitch.
Yeah, he's got him set up for whatever he wants to throw right here.
Looks like he's going to go inside with a fastball. That's where Usherwood's asking for it. Oh, he goes away with a fastball, and that runs it full.
Yeah, he pulled that one, Joby. I don't think that's where he was trying to throw it. So
didn't let go soon enough. Here's the 3-2. Good curveball. Good job fouling it off by Fuentes. The count remained full. 1 out.
Real good job by the hitter. That was a good pitch because that was right down on his knees.
Full count remains in place. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch. Just a straight fastball, wasn't it?
It was.
So that's out number 2. And that'll bring Tristan Montz to the plate. And that might be Montez. I might have left out an E. Okay, I left an E out. Darn it, when I was typing in these lineups. Tristan Montez steps in the left side. And the pitch. Swung on really high out the left field.
You can't see it.
And I think he found it.
Oh, he got it. Okay, or he was decoying us anyway.
Well, I think you were right. I think he couldn't see it at first, and then he found it. But that's out number 3. So the leadoff single stays at first the entire inning, and the Bulldogs get out of that with no hits, no runs, no errors. And I thought it was a leadoff single, but maybe did he walk? That's what he did. He walked 4 straight. All right, we'll be back. Bulldogs continue to lead 5-4 as we go into the bottom of the 3rd, the home half.
Hey, Artesia Bulldog fans, are you ready to unleash the spirit of victory this season? Tate Branch Auto Group is proud to stand alongside the Bulldogs as they charge onto the field, court, and track. Just like our commitment to delivering top-notch vehicles and service, your dedication and passion for the Bulldogs inspire us every day. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today, either in person or online, because when it comes to supporting the Bulldogs, we're all in. Tate Branch Auto Group, revving up the Bulldog pride. Go Bulldogs!
Telephone scammers are targeting energy consumers. They demand payment over the phone or warn the power will be shut off immediately. Don't fall for these scams. Central Valley Electric Cooperative will never demand payment over the phone. Please, never give out financial or personal information to someone who calls claiming to be CVE. If you get such a call or have a question about your bill, call CVE at 575-746-3571 to get the facts.
All right, Lee, I'm going to run a little test here as we're going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'm going to see if my wife is listening to the game.
Okay.
Pam, I want you to text me what you guys had for supper, so I know what I'm getting to warm up. We'll see if she's listening, Lee.
That's a good question.
It is, because this concession stand making me hungry. It's like that Seinfeld episode. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Yeah.
Here's the first pitch of the inning. Good curveball called. Strike 1 on Whitmire. Hayden Leeper, the pitcher. His battery mate, Jaden Hernandez. Here's the pitch to Whitmire. He's going to foul it off to the right side. Will they have room to get to it? They will. Oh, and the first baseman overrun it.
There's that wind again.
Yeah, that ball hung, didn't it?
Yeah, he overran it for sure.
All right, so that's strike 2 on Jet. He's 1 for 1 so far in the ball game. He singled his first time through, so he's going to shorten up right here with an 0-2 count.
Then that other one on the office, I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Yeah, that's about right for a baseball coach. Swung on, and you know what? That's a long, deep drive. And it bounces off the fence, going into second base easily as Jet Whitmire on an 0-2 count lead. He tattoos it.
Yeah, he did. I didn't know if that had a chance to get out, but he hit that one well.
Coming up the bat, number 10.
And one hopped into the fence. We've seen 3 one-hops, bounce over, and a home run by the Bulldogs tonight here in the game and 2 innings. They've been hitting the ball really hard, kind of across the board, everybody. And so stepping in to take his cut, number 10, DHing Aiden Huffman. We've got a runner in scoring position, get some breathing room here, leading by 1. Swing, boy, he just missed that pitch.
He had a good pitch to hit then.
Yeah, he just missed it because it fouled straight back. I mean, the angle I had, almost straight behind it, he just missed that pitch. 0-1 to count. Leaper takes a look back now to the plate, and he's going to ground ball to the left side. It's in the hole, and it gets by the third baseman and the shortstop. But I think that's an infield single. Hey.
Good read by the base runner.
Yes, 70. Yes, 70. All right, so good infield single there for Aiden. And moves the run over there. He had to hold up. That was a good, even though if he'd have been running, he would have scored lead, but that's what you do. You hold up.
You got to make sure that ball's through.
Yep. And the third baseman and the shortstop gave good effort, but just couldn't handle it. So the infield single puts Huffman down at first. He's got a huge lead. I'm saying he's off and running. He didn't go, but a good bunt. Oh, that would have been a great squeeze bunt if that had stayed fair, because there wasn't nobody charging it.
Yeah, I guess that was a suicide squeeze because the runner was. I guess he was coming full speed down the line.
I think he was. I think it was a squeeze, and if it would have stayed fair, the third baseman was not coming. Nobody was there. Pitcher was coming hard, but he was way too late. But anyway, it's a foul ball. He's going to try it again. This time he bunts it up in the air to the right side. See the third base. Who is that? That's Whitmire. He's coming. But that's strike 2 on the pair of foul balls for Campbell. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time, and now he'll just try to punch it through. They're not really playing up on the grass. They're playing up, but not up on the grass.
Yeah. Really, you're telling the third base runner as a coach, probably ball in the middle of the field, you're going on contact. Because they can't throw him out, I don't think, not unless it's just hit super hard.
Here's the pitch. He does not chase. Pretty good pitch there, but a better job by Hernandez blocking it and keeping the runner where he's at, both of them.
Yeah, good job by the catcher. I'm going to say it again. He's done an outstanding job in both games.
He really has.
Blocking pitches.
Jaden Hernandez. All right, so 1-2 the count now as Huffman gets his lead over there. Pretty big lead again. He is off and running, and there's a swing and a miss. They're going to throw it down. He's safe.
Yeah.
And the runner, Whitmire, stays at third. So swing and a miss, out number 1, but runner moves down. Huffman does, steals second base.
Number 3, Bub Beauregard.
So that'll bring the second baseman, Bub Beauregard, to the plate. He is 0 for 0. He walked his first time. So they're playing a little closer this time. I'm confused by the Hobbs defense. First baseman was playing back. Now he'll move in. Shortstop still playing kind of back. He's not back normal, but he's not up either. He starts creeping in. Here's the pitch over the head of Bub. Ball 1.
Yeah, he's got an open base, but You got the leadoff guy on deck for us. He's hit the ball hard.
High ball too. That's what I was thinking in my head. I mean, if you load him up, you're coming to a young man that's been screaming the ball every time he's been at the plate.
Yeah, Frankie's hit the ball really hard.
They hadn't all been for hits, but several of them have been. So 3-0. I mean, you get outs everywhere if you're walking, but as we already said, you got the top of the order coming up. It's a tough spot for Hobbs, as the Bulldogs, with only one out, really looking to get this lead moved up here. They're only leading by one right now, and that's going to be outside, ball 4. And that was on 4 straight. So that's going to bring a coach out of the dugout for the Hobbs Eagles. Bases loaded. 5-4 Artesia here in game number 2.
We may see a pitching change, Joby. I'm not sure.
I think we're going to see one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a break. We'll see where everybody goes. We'll be back. Bulldogs lead 5-4. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. And bases loaded with Frankie Galindo coming to the plate.
KCLT is the leader in surface rental equipment and customer service throughout the Permian Basin. With yards in Artesia and Monahans, Texas, you can count on KCLT to work 24/7, 7 days a week. Their professional mechanics are always out in the field and are Dorch certified. KCLT is there to make sure your site is ready when you are ready and can certify your man lift and forklift operators on site or in our yards. Save KCLT in your contacts, 575-308-8647. Surface rental equipment all in one place. KCLT, helping you keep America running. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs. Edge Safety and Services, LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for roustabout crew and a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screening. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 2801 North Freeman in Artesia. Edge Safety and Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back here to KSVP Radio. We're on AM 990 and FM 93.7. Live streaming, KSVPTV.com, as always, and KSVP Radio and YouTube. KSVP Radio on Facebook, KSVP TV on YouTube. That's what I meant to say. And our new pitcher is number 3 for the Hobbs Eagles, Alan Udahata. And I was thinking, I'm going to look right now at where I can see their age. I was thinking he was a young guy. Well, he's a junior. For some reason in my head, when I was putting these in earlier, and on my software, you don't put an age, you don't put their year. But I thought he was a sophomore, but he's not. He's a junior. So bases loaded. He's inheriting with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning and a 5-4 deficit for the Hobbs Eagles. Bulldogs by 1, looking to blow it open. With Frankie Galindo at the plate, let's see if he can hit a screecher again. The new pitcher, Udahata, to the plate. Swung on. Chopper foul down the left side. Strike 1.
A good pitch by Udahata.
Yeah, it was a breaking ball, I think, and he kind of broke down. Good pitch. Frankie got a piece of it. He's way out in front of it. Here's the pitch. That was a weird-looking motion there to me. I get it was legal, obviously.
Yeah, when he blocked his foot off, he kind of pauses in between. We weren't expecting it.
No, I almost thought he was from the windup.
No, right.
Well, maybe it is his windup.
He is from the windup.
That's why it can. Well, no, he comes set that time. Good curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2.
No, that's part of his windup.
It is?
Yes.
He's just going to come set. So he's got his left foot blocked off, as you said, and then he makes a move, and then he sets again. That pause. 1-2 the count, and he steps off. So
he's going to take his rocker step and then block his foot off, stop again.
Yeah, it looks odd to me. All right, so that's a ball way outside again. Jaden Hernandez with a great job blocking it, because that, it gets by him. That's a run scored for Whitmire.
Easily,
but he did a good job blocking it. 2-2 now to Galindo. And the wind and the pit. Oh, he throws it way outside. It does get by. Boy, Whitmire's going to have to hurry. He is going to beat it. Ball bounced back so good, I thought they might have a chance, but Whitmire gets in there on the wild pitch.
Yeah, Hernandez didn't have a chance on that one. It was so wide.
So runners, that scores run. It's an insurance run for the Bulldogs as they go up by 2 now here in the bottom of the third with that run. And 2 runners in scoring position as the count full to Frankie with 1 out. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Loads them up again. So Jet will come to the Jet Fuentes. He's been on both times. He drew a walk and he was hit by pitch.
Yeah, we've got a chance to have a big inning right here.
And the umpire's saying infield pop fly rule is in place. They all looked at each other, held their fingers up. I didn't see them do it on the first time we had triples on, but I guess they probably did. Outside, ball 1.
Yeah, he's kind of struggling to find the zone there.
His catcher, Hernandez, is going to go talk to him. There was a pitcher up there in Sal Puentes that I don't know if he actually had Tourette's, but he would really move his head and shake, and I don't know if it was just part of his pitching routine or if he had it. Isn't that Tourette's where you do that?
Well, I thought Tourette's is when
you're speaking.
Yes, but I'm not.
Well,
no. There's lots of whatever they call them. There's lots of. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, now that you say that, you may be right. There's maybe another word, but anyway, he would come set and then his head would go. He would bounce his head like 4 times and then he would pitch. Down and away, ball 3. So we're looking at, there's no way if I'm Fuentes I'm going to swing the bat because he's thrown 7 straight balls.
Right.
3-0 the count with 1 out, bases loaded, and walk RBI would work just fine. Coach Bickle coming down and saying some words to Jet. And now we're going to get all reset as Hernandez went out and talked to Urahara. But we're ready to go. And now here's his wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So there's that RBI, and guess who's coming to the plate? We just saw him knock in. It'd be really cool to see him hit a whole grand slammy.
Right. Yeah, not the guy you want to see if you're the Hobbs Eagles.
No. 7-4, and Jack Byers coming to the plate. He already hit a 3-run shot in this ball game. He's 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs as he steps in with 3 runners on the base paths and Urahara ready to go. Here's his windup and the pitch outside, ball 1. Jack is really, really all of our Bulldogs. I've been impressed all year with the good eye that they have.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I was going to say Jack does, but really all of them do. All right, here's the 1-0. That one caught the corner. Strike 1 called. Good pitch there by Urahara.
That's got a decent fastball.
He does. All right, he steps off. Resets. And here's the 1-1 with 1 out. 3 of a kind up on the board. That's going to be strike 2, right at the knees.
That was right on the. Looked like it was right on the black of the plate, Joby.
Yeah, he painted that corner. It was a good pitch. So 1-2 now to Byers. 1 out, bases loaded. Bulldogs lead 7-4. And the pitch outside, ball 2. Hernandez, that ball took him so far he stuttered out there.
Yeah, he's done a day's work and a half out there for sure.
Yeah, good job by the Hobbs catcher once again. 2-2 now the count. As Urahara comes set. Oh, well, he's not. It's a windup. Here's the pitch, and he did not go for it. Good block there by Hernandez. Ball 3. So full count now with 1 out. Byers will step back in. That was a pretty good pitch. That's a hard one to lay off of, I think.
Yeah.
When you got 2 strikes. But Jack did, so full count now. As Udahara gets back in his wind-up position. And the pitch. Swing, and he was out in front of that fastball. Hammers it down the line, foul. Count remains full.
Yeah, he did a good job of staying alive. That ball ran in on his hands.
So the full count stays intact. Runners get their leads. Udahara goes into his motion and the pitch. And that's ball 4, and that'll walk another runner in. That'll bring Pacheco to the plate. We saw him hit a blast up in Rio Rancho, so he's got a shot here to do the same. Coming in to run is going to be number 24 for the catcher, and that, I think, is Destin Pacheco. So for the pitcher, sorry. So the courtesy runner is Destin Pacheco for Byers. So the bases remain loaded. Dalen will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's reached both times. He reached when a single on a drive out to left, and then he reached on an error by the third baseman, a throwing error. And the Bulldogs have doubled up the Hobbs Eagles 8-4. They've scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and we're in the third with the bases loaded and only 1 out in the meat of our order at the plate. Here's the pitch, low and away, ball 1. He's walked 2 runs in so far, Lee. You think a third would be the hook? They got somebody warming up down there in the bullpen.
Probably, yeah.
And the pitch. Boy, that was a good one to hit. He fouled it off.
Yeah, that ball was up for him.
That was a good one. He didn't pull the trigger quick enough. He's just a little behind it. Was Pacheco, I think, maybe looking. He might have been looking for something else. But anyhow, a 1-1 the count. Udahara to the plate. Outside, ball 2.
He's just pulling everything to a right-hander off the plate for sure.
Yeah, when he's falling off. I said he's letting ball go late. That may not be the right way to say it, but that's what it looks like to me. It's like when he's coming off, he's not letting it go till it's as you said, it pulls it.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. That one runs in, ball 3. So 3-1. Usherwood on deck and Whitmire in the hole. The Bulldogs look to really blow it open. They already got 3 runs here and lead 8-4. Here's the 3-1. He's going to line it to right field. That's going to score at least 1, and I think it's going to score 2. And going to third base is no!
We got a runner hung up.
Go back. No. Okay, they're going to both be safe, Lee. Can you believe it?
Yeah, we got lucky on that deal. Yeah.
So Destin was pinch running. He just rounded second, was almost to third. They'd already stopped the third base runner.
Yeah.
But everybody is safe. So 2 runs does score.
Number 7, Frank Usherwood.
Well, wait a minute. Where's our guy on third?
He scored.
Oh, he scored. Yeah. 2 runs end up scoring.
Yeah.
So
we got fortunate on that on that deal.
We really did. So runners at first and second. Usherwood at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runs it in. Ball 1. Brandt is 0 for 1. He's walked and he flew out in his second at bat. The Bulldogs now lead 10-4. And the pitch. Swung on. Fouled off the right side for a foul ball, strike 1.
Good, healthy cut.
Worth repeating, he does not get cheated. He takes good swings.
Yeah. He's just trying to stay loose.
All right, Brandt steps back in. Here's the 1-1 with 1 out. Down and away, ball 2.
Dalen did a good job on that outside pitch, lining that to right.
He really did. He just went with it. All right, Udahara does come set this time. Well, he didn't have bases loaded. That pitch down and away again. Another good job by Hernandez backstabbing it. So 3-1 the count to Usherwood. So these games were moved to tonight, Lee. They were scheduled for Tuesday night.
Right.
But that wind that came through, here's a pitch. Oh, and it hits him.
Drilled him.
So Usher would have hustled down, but yeah, that fastball got him. So the base is loaded, and we've seen the coach come back out. So we're going to have a change. Let's go ahead and take a break as well. 10-4, we'll have the changes for you when we come back. Bulldogs by 6 with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Big O Tires. Trust the team with expertise that goes beyond just tires. Visit your locally owned Big O Tires. Spring into savings now through April 6th and get $60 in rebate savings on sets of 4 Michelin tires totaling $900 or more. Or get $40 in rebate savings on purchases of $8.99 or less with installation purchase. Plus, Big O Tires will match up to $60 on Michelin rebate savings. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers. Ends April 6th.
I believe so. So Lee and I were talking off the air there, and we just came back on. But Bulldogs go to Roswell on the 8th. Today is the 3rd, so that would be Tuesday, I guess. And it just looks like a single game on the schedule, just a 5 p.m. Single header, if that's how you say it, which I don't think it is.
Just a single game.
Yeah.
You had it right.
Yeah. We're going to have a lefty come in. It's going to be Jackson Suter. We saw him DH in the whoa, and that ball was thrown back by the catcher. Got by the pitcher, almost hit the first baseman.
Yeah, they got to pay attention back there.
Goodness. So still warming up. And this should be the final pitch. Well, no, whoa, that one got away from him.
Okay. We're struggling on both ends right here.
And then on the 11th, which would be the 9th, 10th, 11th, would be that Friday, I guess. They're playing at Carlsbad. So at Roswell and at Carlsbad, I'm expecting us to be at the Carlsbad game, KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com.
I may be trying to hook a lunker on Friday.
You probably will, lucky dog. I'll be working and then working again.
Right.
But as I said in our Wednesday night class last night at church, I said we do what we want to do, so I can blame myself for not fishing. All right, so Jet Whitmire will step in. He's 2 for 2 in this ballgame, a single and a double. And here's the first pitch from the lefty, high and away, ball 1. Boy, Jet laces one somewhere. We may see some fireworks.
Yeah.
Because he's fast, and everybody in front of him is fast. They're going to come around with, well, they're only 1 out, but that's high, ball 2. Wheels may come off here for Hobbs, Lee.
Yeah, they're starting to. 2 of them are off.
Because they've already pitched. This is their 3rd pitcher in this game. They pitched 2 in the last game. That one's way outside. Ball 3. 3 in a row to Jet.
Not even close.
Yeah. All right, here's the 3-0. That's outside, ball 4. So another walked RBI. That's the 3rd one of this inning, I think. It might be the 4th. Well, 4th, including the hit by pitch.
Yeah.
So coming to the plate for the Bulldogs, Aiden Huffman. He's 1 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice, and he singled. He'll step in on the right side to face Suter. Curtis Camacho Parrish left to right. Gaston Fuentes Montez Kesner from 3rd to 1st. Hernandez catching. Here's the pitch. That one's a strike. Strike 1 called.
Doesn't throw overly hard, but he's got left-handers can't throw a baseball straight. How's that?
Swing and a miss for Huffman. So you're going to have to explain. I know what you're saying, but explain that for the crowd.
It's just the ball tells.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's holding it across the big seams, 4 seams. They just have a knack of getting movement on a throw.
Yeah.
And likewise a pitch.
All right, so that ball missed away. So 1-2 now the count as Huffman steps back in.
Oh, I loved all the left-handers I coach. I think it's a good thing that you can't throw a baseball straight.
Yep. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Yeah, he did.
And that is out number 2, strikeout swinging. That'll bring Charlie Campbell to the plate. He's 0 for 2, so he's due. He hit the ball pretty well in game number 1. He grounded out to the shortstop in this game and then struck out swinging. But Charles Melvin Campbell IV will step in as the PA announced him. Here's the pitch from the lefty. Suter swung on. That's a base hit up the middle. Well, I say that. Boy, good job. I thought it was hit harder than that, Lee. Good job by the shortstop.
Yeah. No, it kind of fooled me off the bat, too.
So the Bulldogs do blow it open, though, as they end up getting – well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it on my board. I'll come back. We'll take a break. Bulldogs lead 11-4 as we go into the top of the 4th. We'll be right back.
Smile Expressions in Artesia encourages you to treat your teeth to a spring cleaning. You'll have healthier teeth and gums, fresher breath, and brighter teeth. Plus, you'll be reducing risk for dental problems and improving your overall health. To schedule your dental spring cleaning, call Smile Expressions 575-746-1900 or request an appointment from our website, artesiadentist.com. Quality dental care, hometown comfort. That's Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Family owned and operated for 4 generations, Forest Tire is here to service all your tire needs day and night. With your busy travel schedule, what you need is a tire that can keep up. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire with an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect. You can lose track of time and focus on what really matters. For all your tire needs, brakes and alignments too, Forest Tire Company is a friend you can always count on. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Let's call her out, right? All right, we're back here. I just told Lee as we come back on air. I guess Pam wasn't listening because she never texted me what I'm having for supper. At the plate, Luke Parrish, number 8. He ground rule doubled on that play right down the line in left field. Wind helped it, I think, come back into play. And then, boy, Byers, he had some tail on that pitch.
He did.
Two-seam fastball, I guess. Strike 1 right at the knees. Tailed back to the batter. So Parrish 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. Curveball went the other way. What a good pitch.
Yeah, really nice pitch.
Man, he threw the first one, fastball that went in, and then he threw that breaking ball that went from in out. Good pitch. 0-2 the count. Bulldogs by 7. We're in the top of the 4th. Curveball, I think.
Yeah.
Ball 2. Just missed high and a little bit outside.
I'm saying he has him set up for a fastball right here, maybe, but
we'll see where Usherwood sets up. He's asking for it up, and it will be a fastball. He throws it, and boy, he tattoos it. That's a base hit. Nice piece of hitting there on that. That was just a little bit, probably wasn't up enough.
Right.
And he got his bat on it for a one-out single. I mean, a no-out single, leadoff single.
Yeah, the Eagles can swing it. I mean, they don't have a problem swinging it, hitting the ball, putting the ball in play.
All right, John Curtis will step in. He struck out swinging his first time, the left-handed batter. First pitch, he tries to bunt it. They're going to throw down behind the – ooh, that was close, but doesn't get him down there throwing behind the runner. He was going to go, and he stopped because the bunt wasn't put down.
Yeah.
And then Usherwood fires it down to Pacheco just almost in time, but not quite. See if they do it again. Here's the pitch. They did not. He just took a big cut at that fastball and come up empty.
No, he just needs to probably give him another one of those.
Just blow it by him.
Well, the reason I say that, you just want to keep the bat spat up like that. If you throw him an off-speed pitch, you're throwing it to his bat speed.
Yeah, I was going to say he might catch up to it and hit it somewhere.
Right. And he struggled. He just fouled that one off.
Byers again comes set. Usherwood asking for it on the outside, and that's where he's going to go, and he does, and that's strike 3. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
I think he threw him 4 straight fastballs.
Yeah.
And that's out number 1. Juan Camacho, the top of the order. The center fielder comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking, and he's hit a sacrifice fly and got an RBI. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt. Can't get it there. Throw down this time. Oh, if that had been on this time, he would have got him. But it bounces down there to Pacheco. So runner back. Strike one.
We've not seen a double play either of these games.
For the Bulldogs?
Yep.
Yeah. Good pitch. Whoa.
He's a pretty short hitter. That was up on him, I guess.
Yeah, a little high. Good fastball.
Yeah.
Just missed up high. 1-1 to count. To the plate. And biting curveball misses down and away. For ball 2. Pam, I'm going to give you another chance. Text me what I'm having for supper. See if you're listening. She always tells me I listen.
All right.
Huh. Oh, big fastball. Fouled off to the right side and out of play. For strike 2. 2-2 now the count. 1 out. Yeah, we haven't seen one of those good old-fashioned double plays yet. This is a good spot to see one. 4-6-3 or 6-4-3 or 5-4-3. Here's a pitch. Curveball. Got him.
Or that.
Or that works. Yeah, or that. He fooled him because he started falling backwards and then swung.
Yeah.
That'll bring Christian Montez to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Diego Morales, and he's walked. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball. Wow. Man, that was a good pitch.
Yeah.
You call that a front door.
Yeah, really good bite on his curve.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball high. Ball 1.
I'm saying the last couple of innings he's throwing, I think, a lot harder than he was early in the game.
Yeah, you're right, and we talked about it a little bit there in the first, second inning, especially when they got those 4 runs. He looked a little uncomfortable. There's
Good
a great pitch. Strike 2 as he tried to check swing, couldn't on that biting curveball. But after he hit that 3-run shot, he's kind of been on top of it.
He kind of got some adrenaline going, I guess. Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Down and away. Ball 2. I know it's nothing like this, but when I was playing softball, and I'd hit a home run, man, my adrenaline would be flying.
Right.
And that's just softball,
Yeah.
But being competitive, it happens. 2-2. Good curveball. He's going to fight it off, get it off foul out to the right side. So he stays alive.
Sometimes when the pitcher's warming up before the game down in the bullpen, sometimes they don't warm up enough, and it takes them a couple of innings. You don't want them to use the game to warm up, for sure.
Got him. Running in fastball.
Nice fastball.
Swinging, and so they get that leadoff single, but can't do anything with it as the Bulldogs pitcher mows them down after that. 1 hit, but no runs, no errors. 1 runner left on base. 11-4 Bulldogs. We go into the bottom of the 4th, and we got Caden, Frankie, and Jet coming to the plate. We'll be right back.
Mustang lovers, mark your calendars. Thursday, April 17th is National Mustang Day, and Artesia Ford Sales is the place to be. Bring your Mustang, classic or modern, and show it off alongside fellow enthusiasts. Join us for a day of horsepower, history, and fun at Artesia Ford. Snap photos, swap stories, and celebrate the legend of the Mustang with us. Cruise in, show off, and let's make Mustang Day unforgettable. Artesia Ford Sales, where the Mustang spirit lives on.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 25 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org.
Because one-day relief. Welcome back, Bulldog fans. I'm still stuck on the pitch count stuff and just talking about it with Lee, but it's interesting to me. So if they pitch below, I think you said 70, they can pitch with 1 day's rest. Is that what it was? So 40 or below?
41 to 60.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So a 3-day tournament, where I'm getting with this, fans, is that they've got, it's as a coach works through his season, he's thinking about how to set up his guys, I think. I mean, I've never been a paid professional like you have been, Coach, but you're thinking about the playoffs. You're thinking about when you go to state, you've got to have your pitchers ready and lined up and know how you're going to pitch them, because you got to have if you're going to play for a state title, you're going to pitch 3 days in a row. I mean, you're going to play 3 days in a row.
Right.
All right, so Beauregard comes to the plate. He has walked both times, and he'll look at ball 1. So he's 0 for 0, but been on base both times with a pair of walks. And that ball low and away for ball 1. Top of the order, and Frankie Galindo on deck, and Jet Fuentes in the hole. Here's the pitch from Suter. Down and in, ball 2.
Yeah, 41 to 60 pitches, you got to have 1 day's rest.
Okay. So it shortens up there pretty substantially.
Right. But the next, if you throw over 61, it's 3 days rest. You're done. I mean, you're done for that tournament.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, that was ball 3. So again, I said this last inning. I'm pretty sure Caden is sitting on this one. He's going to let it go by, make him throw a strike, and he does not. So 4 straight puts the leadoff batter, the number 9 hole, on the base path. And that'll bring us top of the order. Frankie Galindo come to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a triple, a sacrifice bunt, and a walk. Hernandez stepped out and said something to his infield and his pitcher. As Frankie steps in now, he laced it out to right field with that triple. Here's the pitch. Big cut, good sweeping curveball. Strike 1.
That's a little bit different angle coming from a lefty.
Yeah.
We've seen the 2 previous guys were righties, or all of them had 3 guys.
That's a lace. That's going to be a... Oh, no, I thought it was hit better. I mean, that fooled me again.
They hit that one off the end of the bat, didn't
Yeah, and it dove out there. I thought it was getting over the shortstop easy, but a good play by Jason Fuentes at short for out number 1 on the line drive. And back in safely was Bub Beauregard over at first base. Pretty easy. So 1 down, and at the plate, Jet Fuentes. He is 0 for 0 as well. He's been on all 3 times. Walk, hit by pitch, walked. And Bub is off and running. That's going to be called strike 1. That not even close, boy.
He almost hit his pitcher.
Yeah, he threw the ball so low, and then he could have thrown that perfectly, and Beauregard's got such a good jump. He was there before the ball even bounced.
On a lefty like that, you just got to go on first move and hope he guessed right.
Yeah.
And he did. I mean.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's right. There's a fly ball to the right side, and it's going to stay fair.
It might be tough.
It is going to be tough. It's going to fall. And Jet never slowed down. What a good job running there by Fuentes.
Really good. So that's the second baseman's ball all the way. I mean, he's got to call that first baseman off.
Yeah, the first baseman tried to get it, and he couldn't. I mean, it was just too much.
Right.
So that was actually a double. I need to redo that.
And that wind, they still have not figured it out. It's making that ball drift back into the field.
Yeah.
Because it's blowing out of the northwest.
All right, so coming in, wait a minute.
24.
That's Destin Pacheco. He's running for Jet.
I guess he can run for 2 different guys.
So pinch runner. Destin Pacheco, and there's ball 1 to Jack Byers. So Jack is 1 for 2 with the line drive out, and then a home run and a walk. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. He looks at ball 2 down and in. So once again, Jack has a chance here to help himself. The Bulldogs lead 11-4, and he can add 2 more with a base rip. Boy, there was the pitch, I think. Strike 1 called. He didn't like it. He didn't cut at it.
Yeah, it was off. That was out on the outside corner.
Yep. All right, 2-1 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oh, he rips it into left field, but right at the left fielder.
At him. Yeah, it's
tagging up,
in a run.
Tagging up and scoring easily is Beauregard.
Yep.
So an RBI sacrifice fly. That's his 4th RBI for Byers.
He just had that overspin on that ball.
Yeah.
Next up to the plate, number 9, Dalen Pacheco.
All right, that'll bring Dalen Pacheco to the plate. He steps in to face the lefty. First pitch, he fouls it off to the right side. Out of play for strike 1. All right, so Dalen is 2 for 3. Singled. He reached on an error, and he singled. 12-4 now, Bulldogs. That pitch is ripped into left field. That'll be extra bases. In fact, scoring easily from second and going around to second is Dalen. And he'll have a stand-up double and another RBI.
Good job of hitting. Ball was on the inner half, and he smoked that down the line.
Coming up to bat, number 7, Brent.
All right, so that'll bring Brent Usherwood to the plate. One more run. We got them by 10. We got to give them the top half of the 5th, but we might 10 run them if we can keep this going. 2 outs. Dalen down at second base. Usherwood steps in. He's 0 for 1. He's walked, flew out, and hit by pitch. So he's been on twice, and he looks at called, strike 1. On deck is Jet Whitmire, and in the hole, the DH, Aiden Huffman for Artesia. Again, now leading 13-4 here in the bottom of the 4th. Called, strike 2.
I thought he might come unglued on that high pitch, but
I did
didn't.
too.
That's unlike Brant.
That's Dalen.
Oh,
it is Brant. Yeah, you said that right. Oh, and he gets hit by Pitt. Well,
no.
I guess it got by him, and that's going to be a wild pitch.
Went behind him.
Yeah. So moving down on the wild pitch.
He thought he was going to get hit.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was going to get hit. All right. He just sucked it in. Or he went to the plate, I mean.
Right.
All right, so runner down at third base now is Dalen, and at the plate is Usherwood. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one.
Yeah, that was well out of the strike zone.
Yeah, so a strikeout swinging will end the inning. But, boy, the Bulldogs do it again. They get 2 hits, 2 runs, no errors, and they leave 1 runner on base. It is now 13-4 as we head into the top of the 5th inning. 3, 4, 5 batters come to the plate for the Hobbs Eagles. Hernandez, Gaston, and Kessner will be back.
The Eastern New Mexico University System is proud to present One Eastern Day, sponsored by J.P. Stone Community Bank, Thursday, May 1st, 4 to 9. About. Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
All right, we got a change. Looks like just 2 guys made the swap here. Jet Fuentes moving from shortstop to pitch, and Jack Byers moving from pitcher's mound to shortstop. And I don't think there's any other changes.
No,
So,
I don't think so. Doesn't look like it, does
yeah,
it?
it doesn't. I was kind of looking around the horn out there and out in the outfield. All right, here is the final warm-up pitch for Jet, and he can throw it hard, too.
Yeah, he's got a good arm.
Yeah, really live arm. And, of course, a lot of times the shortstop will because they throwing it from the deep back there to first. All right, so coming to the plate is Jaden Hernandez, this catcher we've been talking about. He'll step in. He's 1 for 2. He singled up the middle, and he struck out swinging his second time through, and he'll face Jet Fuentes for the first time here tonight. Jet has come on. Here's the pitch. Curveball, a little high, ball 1. And so Jet steps off. Now he's back on, ready to go. Wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 2. And the pitch. That's down the middle. It's hit hard left field. That's fair.
Yeah, it's on the line.
Oh, he started. It's interesting. The umpire, what he did. Throw in is going to keep him at second, so it's a stand-up double. But did you see the umpire goes like this and then went like this?
Which one?
The home plate umpire.
Well, it's not his call, though.
Oh, it's not. It's down the third base line
Yep.
call?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was watching. I saw that, too. Yeah. He hit that ball hard.
All right, he's got a courtesy runner coming in for him. That was Jaden Hernandez with the double. We've talked about it, bragged on his catching, and then he hit the ball pretty hard down the line. Gets a stand-up double, and I didn't catch the young man's number coming in, but he's got a courtesy runner in for him. So Usher was talking to Jet for a minute. Now he's coming back to the plate. Coming to the plate for the Hobbs Eagles is their third baseman, number 4. Gaston. He is 0 for 1. He's struck out looking, and he's walked. Fuentes takes a look back now to the plate. That was a fastball that had that, I guess, two-seamer because it had movement on it.
Yeah.
Strike 1. Called. Here's the pitch.
Good pitch.
Strike 2. Nice curve.
Yeah, it was.
So I just got a text from my brother Brent. Is throwing the javelin this season also, Usherwood.
Okay.
So he's throwing for the track. He's already a state qualifier and is throwing in the track meet tomorrow in Hobbs.
Okay.
All right, here's the pitch. Curveball again. Just stayed up. Boy, it was a good one. It's a little bit high. 1-2 now the count.
The crowd didn't think so.
They thought it was a strike, didn't they?
Yes.
The home crowd, anyway.
All right.
Hobbs brought some travelers over here. They
Yeah, they
always
did.
do. They
Yeah.
always bring good followers for their teams, like their Bulldogs. Good pitch, just a little low. Throw down to third is way in time. He's out by a mile.
Well, he gave us a gift on that one.
Holy cow. Did he think he dropped it? He must have because he got started late.
Yeah.
Usherwood just fires down to third base. Morales puts the tag on.
He didn't stop to talk to Coach Boyle at the third base coach. He wanted to get away from him. So he sprinted in the dugout.
Good pitch, check swing, got a piece of it. Man, that was just good job by the batter fighting that off because that was a great pitch.
Yeah, it was a good
getting
pitch.
a piece of it, I should say.
It was a really good breaking ball.
So 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball again. Pops it up right at me, boy.
Coming at us.
Yeah. And that is a foul ball. So the count remains at 2-2 with 1 out.
Looks like the JVs across the street are done.
Yeah.
Because the Hobbs JV kids are sitting in the stands.
Yeah. Just made their way over, didn't they? Jet takes a step off. He'll reset. The wind and the pitch. Good curveball. Just missed inside. Boy, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Right at the knees. But just inside. And the pitch, another good curveball. He fights it. He was kind of falling away from it. He got a piece of it to stay alive, did Gaston. So another good curveball there from Jet. So the count remains full. 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Bulldogs lead 13-4 after winning game 1 6-3. Just missed. Ball 4, so he walks him. And that'll bring to the plate Cole Kessner, number 21. Oh, well, unless they got a change here.
No.
They don't look like him, but maybe it is. All right, so Jet from the set to the pitch, and it's outside. It gets by the catcher, Usherwood. So going into second base is Gaston on ball 1. And what did I do wrong here? Oh, I know what I did. Undo. There's a seeing eye single to the right side. That's going to probably score a run. No, they're going to hold him up. And both runners will hold up, but a nice hit there for the Hobbs Eagles. Yeah. Runners on the corners with 1 out.
Good piece of hitting. Took that outside pitch to right field. I'm laughing at the guys trying to get the balls off the net.
Yeah, they're bouncing it over there.
Yeah, this one over here, they'll never get it off of there. It's in a perfect spot. It's not doable.
Throw over to first base, not in time.
That may stay up there for the next 10 years.
All right, so runners on the corners. With 1 out. And the ball gets by the catcher, and he's not going to get it back. That's Usherwood to Jet, so a pass ball moves the runner in. And so 2-0 the count.
I thought I heard some rain coming down.
Yeah, I did too. I could hear the tap, 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 tap on the roof above us.
I think we got like an 89% chance tomorrow, maybe.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Darn it. I mean, that's good, but from the work I needed to do tomorrow, it's not so good.
Not conducive to your work.
No. We need the rain, no doubt about it. Strike 1 called on a good pitch, so 2-1 now to Jason Fuentes. So we got Jet Fuentes pitching to Jason Fuentes, who happens to be the same name as Jet Fuentes' dad.
Yeah, don't mistake any of those.
No, they're different people.
Yes.
All 3 of them. And the pitch, a little high with the fastball, ball 3.
I'm not sure how much Jet has pitched. I don't think I've seen him pitch in a game I've called.
I haven't seen him pitch this year. No.
Right.
That one bounces, gets by the catcher again. So ball 4. Usherwood couldn't block that one as that bounced up there. That's ball 4 anyhow. So that puts runners at the corners for the Eagles.
Yeah, minus a base running boo-boo, they'd have another run, Joby. I mean,
yep.
They're trying to extend the game, which that's all you can do.
All right, so runners on the corners. Bulldogs now lead by 8. As coming to the plate is Tristan Montez, number 17. He's the DH. First pitch called, strike 1. 1 out. As everybody settles back in, Fuentes takes a look over at first. He's going to throw over there, but everybody's safe. Montez steps back in. He's 1 for 2. He singled his first time through and flew out his second time. Fuentes takes a look. Now he's set. Usherwood sets up on the outer third. That goes inside. Ball 1. 1-1 to Montez.
Pretty good pitch. You just couldn't get him to offer at it.
So I finally broke down and texted Pamela. I'll tell you what I'm having for supper after this. Here's the pitch. Strike called.
Good fastball.
Really good. Caught the outside corner. I haven't told her yet that I've been calling her name. But I said, what's it? What are we having? She said tortellini and garlic bread.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, what is that?
Got some red sauce on it.
I don't know. I think.
I'm pretty sure I'm half Italian.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if we are Italian, though. I think they may have made it wrong. Josh he might do both. I think Josh cooked it, my oldest son.
I guess you could have white sauce
I
on
think
there.
he puts white on it, but he might put both. And I don't know what that's called. 2-2, that pitch missed away. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, foul ball. He got a piece of it.
Yeah.
And Usherwood didn't catch it. If he would have, it would have been out number 2, but it dropped right between his feet.
If you get a little green pesto in there, you've got the Italian flag.
I tell you what, I like pesto.
Right.
It's pretty good stuff. 13-5, runners on the corners. Bulldogs have one out. We're in the top of the 5th. Hobbs at the plate with Tristan Montez. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's going to be a seeing eye single.
Man.
So that's a RBI single with one out, and runners at first and second. It went through the 4-hole over there.
Just out of the reach of Bub Beauregard.
So that puts runners at first and second, and to the plate comes Luke Parrish. He's 2 for 2. He had that ground rule double down the line his first at bat, and then if you remember his last time up, he just stroked it up the middle. Here's the pitch. Curveball called, strike 1. So here I was calling for the 10-run rule, and Hobbs said, don't think about it.
Right.
We're only down by 7 now with one out, and runners at second and first. Here's the pitch. Good
pitch.
Good curveball.
Really good pitch.
Swing and a miss at another nice curveball. Although I said, what's in it? Because I didn't, I put a lot of meat in my pasta. Here's the pitch. Curveball, strike 3. Rung him up. That was up on the upper end lead, but it was called a strike.
Right.
I thought it was a strike as well.
Yeah.
I was in agreement, and I called it too soon, but he agreed with me.
Probably too close to take, but he did.
Yeah. Anyhow, Josh put pepperoni in the tortellini.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure some mozzarella and some.
There you go. Yeah, you got to have some
Parmesan.
white cheese on it.
Here's the pitch. Down a little bit low. Usherwood blocks it. Ball 1 to Curtis. He's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging both times. He's the bottom of the order. Plays out in left field for the Eagles. So he's due, but the Bulldogs want to keep him from coming due with a 7-run lead. Here's the pitch. A little bit high and away. Ball 2. As Jet looks in, he'll come set, take a peek back at second. Another look to the plate. Swung on. That's laced out to right center. And that's going to score at least 1. Rounding and going to third is the runner from first. And they throw it into second base, which holds the batter to a single. But, man, they're kind of on fire right here, Lee.
Yeah, they can swing it. I mean, we need to get Jet just needs to get a easy ground ball here or fly ball and get out of the inning. Go
bat.
Go bat. Get a few more runs.
Up high, ball 1. That looked like a curveball that just didn't break.
Sometimes when you try to throw that curveball too hard, you don't keep you drop your elbow too much, and that's why it kind of goes up there. Not like that one. He got on top of that one.
But just a bit outside for ball 2. Yeah.
Or it stays up is what I should say.
Right. All right, so the runner's on the corners, 2 down. Jet comes set. He's going to throw over to first. Not in time. Just reminding him that he knows he's there. Juan Camacho at the plate. He's a leadoff batter. He's 0 for 2. He struck out looking. He sacrificed fly, and he struck out swinging. So a pair of strikeouts for Juan. Pitch. Good breaking ball called.
Good
Strike
pitch.
one.
I like that Camacho, that last name. There was a fighter named Hector Macho Camacho. He was really good. I think he was like a
bantamweight or something.
Good throw.
Down. Got him. He's out at second base.
Throw. Good throw. That away.
All right, so that got us out of the inning as John Curtis got caught stealing. And the Bulldogs on that throw down do get out of the inning. Now Hobbs did some damage. They got 5 hits, 3 runs come across. No Bulldog errors, 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 13-7, Artesia. We'll be back.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings.
Or visit fbcartesia.com.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
You remember? We're talking about boxing, baseball fans.
Yeah, would have been. I was still going to Sol Ross then. That physics class got away from me, but
you didn't take. But you saw a boxing match.
I did. World Championship.
Oh, it was. So it was in Vegas. Lee was telling me about the hottest day in July. I don't know when it was, but in Vegas, and you got to see the World Championship.
Larry Holmes was the champion, like the WBA. And Tim Witherspoon was younger than him, and they were both 6'5", 255, just wailing on each other. Yeah, it was interesting.
All right, we have a new pitcher. I think it's number 8. I've been trying to see his number this whole time, and I just, having a hard time seeing it. But I bet you I get to see it this time. I think it's Luke Parrish.
It looks like 4.
Or is it 4?
Yeah.
By golly, it is 4. So that is Jackson Gaston. So I don't know. Let's see who went into third. Was it who's at third? What's that number? Can you tell?
Looks like maybe 17. No,
Tristan Montez. It could be.
Maybe. That's what I thought it was.
All right. So Jackson Gaston now in, and he's going to face Jet Whitmire, who is 2 for 2. He singled, doubled, and walked. He just needs a home run and a triple for the cycle. A little high on the fastball, ball 1. 13-7 if you're just joining us. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bulldogs up by 6. Here's the pitch. Again, a little high, maybe outside 2. 2-0 now to Whitmire. Pretty good pop on the fastball there from Gaston.
He's got some good life on his fastball.
Gaston. I said it wrong.
Gaston.
Huffman on deck and Campbell in the hole. There's a swing, and that's a line drive, base hit, leadoff single for Whitmire.
He finally decided he better throw his bat halfway down he carried his bat down the line pretty far. Nothing wrong with it. He said, I better throw it. I better get rid of it.
I don't need to carry it all the way to first base.
Right.
He's now 3 for 3 with a walk, is Whitmire. He's got 2 singles, a double, and a walk, so pretty good hitting night for Jet.
I think we'll see if they put something on with the runner.
Well, Huffman will step in. He is 1 for 3, hit into a fielder's choice, singled, and struck out swinging.
He's going, I think.
Yeah, he's off and running. That's a little too high. He's in there safely.
Pretty close. Called him out.
It was close, but I thought he was in. But it doesn't matter what I think. He was out. He was caught stealing. Ball 1 at the plate, a little high. But Jet, and that's a good throw because Jet's hard to get on a stolen base.
Yeah, on that ball, it one hop. If you're just listening on the radio, just one hop down there and stayed real low, right on the bag where it had to be.
Ball 2 at the plate.
Sometimes that's tough on that hop for that middle infielder, and the runner's getting there and the ball's getting there.
Yeah,
tough play, man.
Yeah, and they made it. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Good pitch. And Huffman did not leave anything at the table.
No.
He took a big cut.
No. He took all the air out of the stadium.
2-1 now the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 2-2.
That was a good pitch to hit right there.
Yeah.
I
think he was out in front of it.
Yeah, it looked like it. He could have taken something off that. It could have been a changeup, maybe. I don't know.
There's a chopper to the third baseman. He'll catch it on the second hop. Sidearm it over there, and that's out number 2, 5-3, to put out Montez to Kessner.
Now, coming to the plate, number 8, Charles Melvin Campbell, the 4th.
Charles Melvin Campbell, the 4th, coming to the plate, otherwise known, a.k.a. Charlie, will step in. He is 0 for 3, so he is definitely due. See if we can get a 2-out rally going here. Ground out, strikeout, fielder's choice has been what he's done so far in this ball game. Ball 1 bounced up there outside. On deck is Bub Beauregard, and in the hole, Frankie Galindo for Artesia. Leading by 6 here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing, it's to the second baseman. He'll field it easy enough. Throws it over the head.
Oh, wow.
And Charlie doesn't slow down. He goes right into second base, turns and looks at third. Now he'll go back. So E4 on the throw.
Well, he didn't run it out hard. He kind of took for granted he was going to. You just can't take for granted something's going to happen because he saw what happened.
Yep.
The ball was thrown well over the first baseman's head.
Yep. All right, so Beauregard will step in. As I'm fixing my thing here, my software tricks me sometimes. First pitch, down and in, gets away from the catcher.
Good read.
And so going into third base is Campbell. He was off and running as soon as he saw it skip away.
Yeah, good read by Charlie. He knew that ball was going to be well. He's really fast.
He is.
I mean, got really good speed.
Yep. So ball 1 to Bub as Charlie goes down on that pass ball. Now at third base he stands. Here's the 1-0, and that's outside. Ball 2.
Now he's pulling that pitch too. Last couple of them. Anyway.
And sometimes I call that, and it's probably not right, but I say sometimes when they're doing that, they're over pitching. They're overpowering,
Yeah.
Trying to throw it hard.
That's the way to look at it.
That's what I
just kind of spinning out and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-0. When my oldest son was pitching and I was coaching him, if he was doing that, pulling it, if I felt like I needed to talk to him, I would tell him, "Hey, you're overthrowing."
Right.
Yeah. Back off. He threw hard anyway. I just back off a little bit. I mean, throw it hard, but don't overthrow it. You're pulling it. All right, 3-0 now to Beauregard. He's 0 for 0. He's walked, and guess what? 4 walks in this ball game. Great eye by Bub.
His on-base percentage is 1,000.
Yes. 4 walks, and that's just a good eye for the number 9 hitter.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie Galindo coming to the plate. Frankie is 1 for 2. He has tripled, had a sacrifice bunt. He's walked, and he hit a line drive to Fuentes at shortstop. That's one of those I thought was going to be a hit, and it kind of top spin down, and he got it. Jason Fuentes down at shortstop for the Eagles. So runners on the corners. Bub's probably off and running. He's a foot past the 12-foot line with his front foot. There he goes. Squared to bunt. Throw down is going to one hop, and he's out by a mile.
Yeah, good throw.
Really good throw. All right, so that will end the inning. The Bulldogs, I got to get my stuff scored right here. Caught stealing. So the Bulldogs get one hit, but no runs. There was a error on the Hobbs Eagles, and they leave one runner on base. Top of the sixth, coming at you, 13-7, Artesia.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. And boy, do I have some amazing Tuesday deals for you. If you're grabbing a quick bite for yourself, you gotta try our country fried steak meal. This includes our delicious home-style country fried steak patty served with mashed potatoes and white gravy, creamy coleslaw, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just for $4.99. Looking to feed the whole fam? We got you covered. Try our $20 meal deal. This includes 8 pieces of all dark meat chicken, large mashed potatoes and gravy, a large coleslaw, and 4 buttermilk biscuits. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
It's a great time to buy a Kubota
Orange
from
Days.
America's
Shop
number
the
one.
biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off select Kubota tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
2025. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information. Visit Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
All right, we got some defensive moves going on here for the Bulldogs as the whole infield changed except the catcher and the second baseman. Jack Byers moves from short to third. Fuentes goes from the mound to back to short. And Aiden Huffman comes into first as Dalen Pacheco will move from first to the pitching position. Huffman's been DHing, so he's now in the lineup defensively. Outfielders remain the same as the Bulldogs lead here 13-7, and it's raining here at the ballpark.
Yeah, it is.
I can't feel it, but it's cold. I can feel the chill because I got my window wide open. But I don't want to shut it. Although this one's not quite as hard to see through. I may shut it here in a minute.
All right.
All right. So Dalen Pacheco now on the hill. He'll face the leadoff batter in Juan Camacho. Juan is 0 for 2. He struck out looking. He sacrificed flied, and he has struck out swinging. And here's the first pitch from Pacheco. Ball 1.
We know he likes his curveball. He likes to throw his curveball.
Yeah. And that's what that was, and it's just a little low. Ball 1. Hobbs looking to continue to scratch back in it. They got 3 in the top of the last inning, and there's going to be a pop fly back over our head for a strike 1. So 1-1 now the count. I was foolishly talking about a 10-run rule, and Hobbs said they had other ideas, and they got 3 to get within 6. Here's the pitch. Bounces it up there. Ball 2. 2-1 now the count. All right, so again, Pacheco comes set. The pitch, swing and a miss.
Pitch, good fastball.
For strike 2. So 2-2 now the count. Here in the top of the 6th inning, 13-7 Artesia. And the pitch. Curve ball got him.
Good pitch.
So he'll go down swinging on a curve ball from Pacheco. The infield throws it around the horn. Christian Montez coming to the plate. He is the second baseman, and he is 0 for 2. He grounded out to Byers. He walked his second at bat, and then he struck out swinging in his third attempt. So he'll step in to face Pacheco for the first time tonight. Here's the pitch, swing, and it's a slow roller. Byers going to have to hurry.
Play. Yeah, you're not going to get that kid.
He's not even going to throw the ball because it was just a power bunt down the line, third base side. Infield single.
He just wanted to do that to set up the double play.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Jaden Hernandez, the catcher, coming to the plate. He's 2 for 3. He singled, struck out swinging, and doubled. As he will step in here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good curveball.
Yeah, it started out in the middle and just broke away from him as he swung at it. Runner first gets his lead. Not a big lead. Huffman holding him on. Pacheco peeking over his shoulder. Now to the plate. There's a hit into left field. I think he came back with a fastball there that he just was up belt high and he put it out to the left.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do with the belt high fastball.
So that puts runners at first and second with 1 out. And now we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for Hernandez, the catcher. I'm going to try to get his number this time. I've never gotten it. It's been the same kid. He's got that white turtleneck or white something around his neck. But it never turned where I could see it.
All right. Yeah, can't either.
All right, so runners at first and second. Gaston in there at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Here's the pitch. Caught the outside corner. Called. Strike 1. So Jackson is 1 for 2. He struck out looking his first time through, but then he walked and he has singled. He's got runners at first and second. Usherwood sets up on the outside half. Pacheco, long look, now to the plate.
Good pitch. Good curveball.
Took something off of it, too. Yeah, change the speed curve. So quickly down 0-2 is Jackson Gaston. On deck is Kessner, and in the hole Fuentes for the Hobbs Eagles. And he said no to the first pitch, but he said yes to the second, did Pacheco. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Chopper just over the head of Byers. And the runner will come home, and he will be safe.
That was a true, I call that a Baltimore chop, Joby.
Yeah, it was high.
Really high.
That hop.
It was real high because Jack was playing back.
Yeah, and he jumps high.
Yeah.
So the single gives them another run, and now down by 5. They continue to fight back, do the Eagles. Kessner at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, and he looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. So the courtesy runner is down at second, and Gaston at first with that RBI single with 1 out. 0-1 the count to Kessner at the plate. Pacheco comes set. Usherwood on the outside. He's going to throw the curveball. He gets a piece of it, but fouled it backwards. So 0-2 now to Kessner.
Yeah, Bulldogs just need to get an out right here on this. Get this hitter out somehow.
We see a double play somewhere. That's what we need to see and get out of this inning.
Yeah.
We got it in several different ways. Swung on, fouled off to the right side. Count remains 0-2. That was the widest I've seen Usherwood set up tonight. He got really out there.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. He was in the batter's, but he was in the left side batter's box.
Huh.
And Pacheco kind of threw it out there, but Kessner got the end of his bat on it and fouled it off over the right side.
Good pitch.
Fastball in and high, and he was able to hold off on it, kind of ate him up, but it's ball 1. That high tight one sets up this curveball right here for out number 2. Oh, I called it before it happened. Pacheco looking back, now to the plate. Pop fly, shallow. Beauregard will step back, infield fly rule, even though he was in the grass and he dropped it, but he's out. Runners didn't move. Whoo, it just popped out of his glove. But he's out on the infield fly rule. And that's out number 2.
Good pitch by Dalen. Get that pop up.
So the Bulldogs looking for out number 3 here with runners at first and second, and Jason Fuentes, the shortstop, steps in. First pitch, curveball, strike 1.
Nice pitch.
Fuentes hit by pitch, struck out swinging, and he's walked. So he's been on the base paths twice. Checo, a long look back now to the plate. Curveball, strike 2. Well,
it stayed in just
stayed in too much, yeah. Maybe a little high as well, but it was a good pitch. Just not quite enough of the plate, or any of the plate, I guess. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Pacheco again comes set. And to the plate.
Good pitch.
Strike 2 on the check swing. But I think he caught the corner. I don't think he said he checked. I think he said he was a strike, not a swing strike.
Right.
So 1-2 now the count with 2 outs. Hernandez down at second, Gaston at first, and Fuentes at the plate for the Eagles. Pacheco doing the pitching here in the inning, and he comes to the plate. Swung on, fouled off and out of play to the right.
Tried to sneak that fastball by him.
And he was behind it, but he got a piece of it and fouled it off out of play.
Yeah.
So 1-2 the count, 2 down. Pacheco, long look back, now to the plate. Swung on, fly ball out to right. And, and he's unable to make the play. Campbell. So again, the Bulldogs just kind of stumbling here a little bit, Lee. 13-9 now.
Yeah.
And that was in his glove. I mean, they hit his glove, so that's an error.
Yeah, it is.
So E9. He misread it, I think, at first.
Yeah. He might be playing a little deep, but yeah, he got a glove on it.
All right, so at the plate is Tristan Montez. First pitch, a little bit high, ball 1. Runners on the corners. That pitch in the turf. Good job by Huffman. I mean Usherwood. I don't know why I mix those two young men up. I do it all the time.
Yeah, they got both kind of the same stature, maybe.
Yeah, that may be what it is.
Yeah. Sure don't want to load the bases up right here.
Swung, and that's going to be a chopper over the first baseman. And the throw across by Campbell he's safe at third. That's a pretty good throw.
Real good throw.
But the single, man, they just keep chopping away at it.
Well, you got the tying run at the plate.
I know. And I was talking, we were up by 9. I said we just need 1, and then all of a sudden it's down. Bulldogs only up by 3. And that brings Luke Parrish to the plate. He is 2 for 3 with that ground rule double and a single. Again, Usherwood blocks that pitch. Man, wasn't even close to a strike. So Pacheco going to try to settle down here, bear down. Got 2 outs, but we've had 2 outs the last 2 batters, and we've seen singles and an error. 3 batters in a row. Here's a good foul tip into the glove.
Good pitch. Yeah, those 2 ground balls. I mean, he got 2 ground balls, and they just bounced the right way for the Eagles.
One to the left side, one to the right side. Both guys on either corner pretty tall. Just got over them. Swing and a miss. That was a change of speed,
yeah.
Man.
Good curveball. He took quite some extra off of that one, didn't he?
I think so. That's what I was thinking.
All right.
Really good pitch. It's 1-2 now, the count with 2 outs. Runners on the corners.
Hitter called timeout.
Kind of got the Bulldog bench talking like they do on football. Started hollering over there, trying to cheer on their defense and their pitcher. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Nice pitch.
So finally, the bleeding is ended. So they get 3 more runs. They got 3 in the last inning. They get 3 more in this inning off of 4 hits. There was 1 Bulldog error, 2 runners left on base. Bottom of the 6th, 13-10, Artesia with the top of the order coming to the plate.
The Eastern New Mexico University System is proud to present One Eastern Day, sponsored by J.P. Stone Community Bank on Thursday, May 1st from 4 to 9 p.m. on the campus of Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Come join ENMU for a family fun night featuring food trucks, inflatables, info booths, and live music by Roswell's own Grupo Maldad from 7 to 9 p.m. Bring out the whole family May 1st to ENMU Roswell and join us for One Eastern Day. Visit roswell.enmu.edu for more information. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC. Proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
All right, Bulldog fans, we are back here. This is Joby Hodling and my partner Lee Johnson. We're on the call. We were just talking about it. We were getting a stretch here in the 6th inning. It's been 2 hours and 23 minutes we're into this ball game. First game was pretty fast. This one is drug out. 23 runs on the board, 10 for the Eagles, 13 for the Bulldogs, and Galindo leading things off. Right up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Frankie.
I was going to say 26 hits, Joby, but now it's 27 hits combined.
and 23 runs.
Yes.
Whee.
Yeah.
Frankie leads off a one-out single. I mean, no out. He leads a leadoff single to start the bottom of the 6th. And that brings, I don't know how this happened on my score sheet here. I do know how it happened, actually. I had Destin coming in, but he come in to pinch run, but he didn't stay in.
Right.
So I need to put Jet back in there. So Fuentes steps up, squares the bunt, pitches high. Galindo in safely on the steal.
We keep running. That's fine. You know, if you get thrown out and keep running, that's okay. Sometimes a catcher, you got to tip your hat to the defense.
Yeah. All right, so 1-0 the count to Jet as he steps back in. He's 1 for 1. He's walked, hit by pitch, walked, and then doubled. That pitch low and away for ball 2.
Bulldogs need to answer right here for sure.
Well, a good start because Frankie gets on with a single and then steals second. 2-0 the count to Jet Fuentes. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. And Gaston, he can bring it. I mean, I said that when he came in last inning, but that was a hard pitch right there. It was just high. So 3-0 now to Jet. He's been on with the pair of walks and a hit by pitch, plus a double. So he's sitting at batting 1,000 right now.
I would assume he's taken right here. But
I would think so. And he does, and it is called a strike. Caught the outside edge. It wasn't just a pipe down the middle, but he did catch the corner.
Yeah.
So 3-1, great hitters count for Jet. I think he probably won't hit it, won't swing unless this is perfect pitch he wants. Big lead back there for Frankie. I mean, he's dancing around. Ball 4, too high. So Jack will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with his line drive out, his first at bat, and then a home run, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. He's got 4 RBIs.
Now coming to the plate, number 12, Jack Bye.
And he's still, I know I'm right on. He's still the winning pitcher if he wins, right? Because he left the mound with the lead.
Yep.
So Jack in line to win the ball game if the Bulldogs can hold on. Leading by 3, but nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Runners at first and second with big, big leads. The pitch is high, ball 1. Boy, he's thrown 4 straight. 5 now. 5 straight balls has Gaston. He'll come set. He does look back. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a rip into left field. And so Frankie's going to round and hold. That'll load him up. He waited to make sure it was going to drop, Lee.
Yeah, and that's okay. But you got to know, as a runner, Joby, you got to look at your outfielders, and they're really deep. I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but
Well, with his speed, and if you know what you said, he saw it was a line drive. He saw they were deep. He could have just been running, but he held. He
Right.
did hold for just a second.
and the play's in front of you too. A little. I mean, yeah.
All right, bases loaded for Pacheco. He's going to chop it up the middle. Could be a double play ball, but it's so slow, he's going to be safe on the fielder's choice, and a run will score.
That worked out okay for the Bulldogs on that. The shortstop couldn't figure out what he wanted to do with the ball, whether to touch the bag. I think if he'd tried to touch it on his own, the runner might have been safe.
Yeah.
But he did flip it to the
Right.
second baseman.
All right, so one down now. Runners on the corners, and at the plate, Brant Usherwood. Or is it him? It is, isn't it?
Looks like him. He's a big kid.
High and in, ball one. 14-10, the Bulldogs got a run back after giving 6 in the last 2 innings.
Yep, 28 hits, both teams.
Gaston set, and he's going to steal the base again, and he's going to be in there safely.
Oh, he caught that. Okay.
Yeah, good job by Jason Fuentes down there. The ball was thrown down the first base side, and he went up high and snow-coned it. But Pacheco steals second base. So 2 runners in scoring position now on the ball 2 to Usherwood. Steps back in. Gaston from the windup. Here's the pitch. They're playing in. It's going to be right at the shortstop, but he can't backhand it. And coming in to score is going to be Fuentes. And so that's a hot shot lead, but is that error?
You know, that ate him up. I can go either way on that one.
Well, I'm going to go the Bulldogs' way and call it a single then.
Okay. Yeah, he hit that one so hard it just ate him up.
Yeah.
I mean,
so at the plate, I did something wrong on my scoring here. So at the plate is
Jet Whitmire.
Yeah, Whitmire. That ball was way inside. The double steal was on. That pitch was terrible for the catcher to throw it anywhere. I gotta figure out what I did on this other one here.
Jet didn't like that hot pink bat. He's got the bat everybody's been hitting with. So he made a switch.
So what did Usherwood do? He hit into. Man, I'm trying to figure out what happened here on my scoring.
He's the one that hit the sharp ground ball.
Oh, that's what it was. That's right. That's right. Okay. So single.
We're going to call it. He hit it so hard it's a single.
Right. Okay. So held up. Okay. Called strike on Jet. Okay. So ball 1. There was a double steal. Man, I'm just behind on my stuff here. Next pitch is low and away. Ball 3 to Whitmire. 3-1 now the count. So Usherwood at second. Pacheco at third. 1 out. 15-10. Bulldogs have gotten 2 back. Here's the pitch. Check the swing. Called a strike. Inside fastball.
Good pitch. That tied him up. Yeah. Infield still playing in for the Eagles.
So full count, 1 out. Whitmire ready to go. Gaston ready to go. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on. High fly ball out to left field.
That should be deep enough, I would think.
Pretty deep, and coming in to score from third base is going to be Pacheco on the sacrifice fly. Holding up at second base. Ay. Sacrifice fly. Aiden Huffman coming to the plate. First pitch, he check swing, and ball gets by Hernandez, and to third base goes the runner.
Yeah, Hernandez couldn't stop that one. He hadn't let too many go by.
So everybody reset. Swing and a miss, foul tip. That's strike 2. So Huffman will step back in. Lushwood down at third base. And the pitcher Gaston ready to go. 0-2 the count. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Fuentes back stabs it, throws it over to first base. And that will end the inning as the Bulldogs get a couple of those runs back, lead. In fact, 3 of them.
3.
And go back up by 6. It's 16-10. Artesia, as we go into the top of the 7th, they got to score at least 6 to keep this game going. Do the Hobbs Eagles. Bottom of the order, John Curtis up, and then Juan Camacho and Christian Montez. We'll be back.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Looking for professional window tinting services? Look no further than Reliable Tint in Artesia. Located at 1502 South 1st Street, they specialize in auto and residential window tinting, as well as glass replacement for windshields, side and rear glass. But that's not all. They now offer advanced technology, rock chip, and crack repair, ensuring your vehicle stays in top shape. Open Monday through Saturday, Reliable Tint is here for all of your tinting and glass needs. Call them today, 575-616-9163. Reliable Tint in Artesia, where quality meets reliability.
I didn't know this, Bulldog fans, but Lee told me earlier, and I can't remember if it was on air or not, so I'm going to say it. He's got some Italian in him. We've been talking about the tortellinis I'm having for a late night supper here. And here's the pitch from Pacheco. Going to miss away. Ball 1 to John Curtis. Curtis is 1 for 3. Struck out twice, and he singled once. His last at bat, in fact. He'll step back in. Pacheco with a 1-0. And the pitch. Strike. Nope. Missed. Yeah, he did call a strike.
Boy,
I was right.
okay.
It was on the outside edge.
It was.
But called strike. So 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, I had my mother's maiden name was Fratelli.
Fratelli.
So, yeah.
Fratelli.
She could cook up some stuff.
Here's the pitch. I like that. Ground ball to Jet.
Good
He
pop.
fields it. Oh, no, it's a little high, and Usherwood can't pull it down. I don't know. It's like he pulled his glove, and then he's going to throw it into over Jet, but Beauregard there backing it up. Boy, I don't know. I think that's an E3. It looked like he could have caught that. So an error on the Bulldogs. End up in at second base. It was the runner.
Somehow Aiden Huffman, he lost the ball. I mean, right when it got to his glove, maybe.
Yeah.
Looked like.
Right.
Good pitch by Pacheco. You hate that for the pitcher. I mean, he makes a good pitch.
Right. Right at the plate, Juan Camacho. First pitch, outside. Ball 1.
Just one of those things. It's been a long game, like you're talking about. It's been just a long day, but a long game.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta motivate, get ready for the next pitch or that play, and not get complacent. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. And sometimes a long game can do that.
Yeah.
You can get a little complacent.
All right.
All right, so the count 1-1. There's a swing and
nice
miss.
Pitch.
Beautiful curveball.
He's got a couple of speeds on that curveball.
Yes, he does. He can throw it hard and he can throw it soft, and that was a good version right there of it. He gets him to swing, kind of falling away.
Right. Yeah, he kind of tilts off to the first base side.
So 1-2 the count. Pacheco ready to go. Here's the pitch. Just a bit up. Ball 2.
So both teams have definitely got into both teams' bullpens.
Yeah. Yeah, we've pitched 4, and I think they've pitched 4,
Right.
maybe 5. I'll look after this pitch. It's 2-2. Pacheco comes set. Nobody out. And the pitch. Curveball, strike 3. Got him looking.
He just froze him. I call that frozen pizza, speaking of Italian.
This is what it was. He froze him solid. So that's out number 1. So we've had, we've only had, did I miss a pitcher? No, we've had 3. I thought we had 4. First pitch misses away.
Yeah, just 3.
Yeah, Fuentes, I guess, came in.
Byers, Fuentes,
yeah.
Dalen, Pacheco.
And they've had 4, not 5. I was 1 ahead. Runner at second, 1 out. Montez at the plate. He's 1 for 3. He'll look at call. Oh, just a little outside.
Yeah, he pointed away.
Yeah.
The umpire did.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say strike.
Right. I thought he was going to bring that hand up, but.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Good curveball, strike 1. Checo started that on the inside, broke over the middle. Called, strike 1. 2-1 the count, 1 out. Runner at second is Curtis. We're at the second baseman at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Into the ground for ball 3. 3-1 now to the batter. On deck is Hernandez, and in the hole, Gaston. So we're in their 3-4 hitters coming up. They've got to score 6, though, to keep this game going. It's 16-10 Artesia, top of the 7th. 2 hours and 39 minutes in this ball game. Strike. Yep, caught the outside corner. Full count.
The fans encourage him one more. They're ready to go.
I tell you, I'll tell you after this pitch what happened to me up in Rio Rancho last week. Here's the pitch, and he bounced it up there, ball 4. That puts him at first and second with 1 out. So I was doing double headers. I did Artesia Goddard Artesia. It worked out good because the games were back to back all 3 days, just the way it worked. But I didn't have nothing to do. I was up there, by myself. So on Friday, after the Goddard game, which was the 3 o'clock game, Bulldogs played at 12:30, and then Goddard. And coming up was Cleveland against La Cueva. No, or was it? I don't remember. It was 2 of the 5A teams. I thought, I'm going to stay and watch this. I'll tell you what happened after this pitch. He's going to turn around and throw it back behind, and he's safe. Beauregard come in and put the tag down, but not in time. And it was kind of, wind started been blowing anyways, but I didn't say, come on, one more. I just got up and left.
All right.
I was like, what am I doing? It's cold. I don't care about these 2 teams. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good
Great
curveball.
Great pitch. I mean, true baseball fans probably would have sat there and watched it, but I was like, man, I can go eat some supper and go to bed. It was cold, too.
All right.
Here's the pitch. Just a bit up high. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count. All right, we got double play around a couple different ways here, and that would end the ball game. 1-1 the count, 1 out. 3 of a kind up on the board. Pacheco to the plate, curveball, swung on, pop fly to the right side, and can Brandt get there? He can. He kind of.
That's Hayden.
Hayden. God, see, I did it again.
Yeah,
just a foul ball strike. It was like he almost overrun it again. Is that wind still? I guess it probably is. That helped. The wind pushed it back in.
It did. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's Huffman over at first base, not Ursherwood. I guess they're, like you said, Lee, maybe their body size. I don't know. I get them confused easy. I think it's just
Looks like somebody may have a torpedo bat downstairs. They're talking bats and baseballs and.
Actually got one down there. I was looking to see it.
I don't think it's a torpedo bat, but it sounds pretty good.
All right, here's the 1-2. Good fastball, but a better hit. That might be.
He hit that a ton.
That might be out of here. It is. That's a home run.
Wow.
3-run shot. Wait a minute. Did it bounce over or did it go over? It went over.
Yeah.
That's a home run. So Jaden Hernandez, the catcher, who's played well all game long behind the plate, and he's not batted bad either. He was 3 for 4 coming in to lead to that pitch.
Wow.
Single, strikeout, double, and a single. And now a 3-run home run that knocks the lead down to 3.
Yeah.
And those errors can come back and bite you.
Definitely.
We've had a couple. When we were up by 9, we had one. And we were up by 6, we had one. And now it's a 3-run game here in the top of the 7th. And at the plate is the new pitcher, Jackson Gaston, the number 4 hitter in the lineup. And the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. So we're going to be into this ball game. Well, I mean, 2 outs can happen real fast. They can happen on 2 pitches. But
right.
2 hours and 43 minutes right now. Here in game number 2. And the pitch. Ball 2. Too low. On deck is Kessner, and in the hole Fuentes for the Eagles. As the Bulldogs, I think it's raining right straight down.
It is.
Yeah, I see the rain. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Nice curveball on the inside.
Good pitch.
It's not a deluge or how do you say that? It's not that, but it's raining.
Yeah, I can see it puddling up out there on the concrete.
Good pitch, strike 2.
Good pitch. The hitter didn't like that. The hitter thought it was a little low, but.
Well, back-to-back curveballs. The first one was a front door. That one was a back door.
Yeah.
And both of them, he had taken something off of them. 2-2, 1 out, and the pitch. Got him. It's just a little high. Yeah. I said he got him, but he didn't. Ball 3. That one, he changed speed up. He brought the heat on that curveball. So full count now. Pacheco comes set. Usherwood sets up on the outer edge. Here's the pitch. Curveball swung on. Pop fly back and out of play. We'll do it again. Full count. And then they throw it.
See, there's you gotta stand up, shake your legs out, do something, move around, get ready for the pitch, and want the ball to come to you. I mean,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's a little high. Ball 4. Keeps inning alive. Well, there's only 1 out anyhow.
All right.
So 1 down. 16-13. 29 runs scored so far.
And a cool 30 hits.
Yeah, I was looking up there. I've only got them with 28 hits, but a couple of those we called errors in here, and I think they called them hits.
I got you.
But anyhow, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Either way you look at it.
A lot of both.
Yes. Here's the pitch, curveball. That's a double play ball, Lee. That's what you've been begging for, and we got. Oh! All right. So tell me where the error's at. First or second baseman? Doggone it. 6-4 and then bounced it over there to first base. He couldn't handle it.
No.
Darn it.
Yeah, that was tailor-made.
So the out at second base on the force out.
Important for that, get that second out, though.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Ball outside to Fuentes, the shortstop. Kessner down there at first. 2 down, 16-13 Bulldogs. They've scored 3 here in the top of the 7th. Curveball, great pitch. Fire down. Did he get him? He did! He got him!
Oh, wow.
He got him. Good tag there by Huffman. He got too far off, did Kessner, and the throw down, snap throw by Usherwood to Huffman. And that is out number 3. And the Bulldogs are going to get this win 16-13 is
that was entertaining.
It was something.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. So 2-3, the final out of the ball game. And let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and give you the final stuff. Bulldogs win. The final score, 16-13. Stay right there.
Southeast New Mexico College invites you to join us at the annual Taste of Culture, an exotic experience of foods from Carlsbad's cultural communities. Past years have featured participants from all over the globe, including food from China, Canada, Yemen, Iran, South Korea, and more. The event will be held on Thursday, April 10th at 5 p.m. at the SCNMC campus, 1500 University Drive. For more information, call 234-9414.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy, GMC, or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet celebrating 100 years at the corner of 1st and Main in downtown Artesia.
All right, Bulldog fans, Game 2 ends at 2 hours and 48 minutes. The Artesia Bulldogs sweep the Hobbs Eagles 6-3 in the first, 16-13 in the second. Just add a 1 in front of the numbers. And that was Game 2. The Hobbs Eagles get 15 hits, score 13 runs. There were 2 errors on their defense, and they leave 7 runners on the base path. The Artesia Bulldogs in 6 innings get 13 hits, 16 runs. They had 2 errors themselves, and they leave 9 runners on the base paths. And Lee, it was a fun night of baseball. It was a really beautiful night. Then it kind of cooled off, got this rain, but still a fun night out here at the ballpark.
It was. I'm glad the Bulldogs, sometimes you need games like that to know that you can persevere and even though the other team's coming back, got into your bullpen a little bit, and good job by Dalen there at the end to shut them down.
Yeah, it was, and so the Bulldogs improved. They get 2 more games under their belt. They're the number 1 ranked team in 4A, both Max Preps and Coaches Poll, and they'll move to their next game, which is this coming Tuesday night in Roswell. The Roswell guys for KSVP will be on the call, and the Bulldogs will have that single game against the Coyotes at 5 o'clock Tuesday night. So if you can't make it to Roswell, make sure you tune in. On behalf of everybody here with KSVP and, of course, Lee Johnson, my partner, this is Joby Hodling saying have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 at 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Abo Empire, Amigo Machinery, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bob Reed Pest Control, Kane Electric Supply, Carlsbad Ford, City of Artesia Police Department, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Needs Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Son, Incredible Printing, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KC Light Tower, KFC, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Los Agaves Restaurant, Mac Energy, Maupin & Brown Dentistry, Nels Floral, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Spur Energy Production, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Trustmark Roofing, Western Bank, and Wilbanks LLC. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Contact with alien beings or the common